Welcome to the Couch Covers, and come sit down with us. And today we're covering podcast episode number 1. My name is Bailey. My favorite team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Shane.
My team is the Miami Dolphins.
Jarrell.
Go Pack, go, baby.
Embarrassing. Zach.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Super Bowl champs.
Kevin.
The Bucks, baby.
Yes,
They're about
sir.
to win the,
Yes, sir.
They're about to win the Super Bowl this year.
We both
Let's
be
go.
bleeding red. We both be bleeding red. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
Yeah, let's go.
Everyone bleeds red.
Oh.
Good point. Good point.
All right, boys. So, you guys know recently, Jaire Alexander was signed to the Ravens, a top-tier team, a Super Bowl contender team. So, what are you guys' thoughts on that?
Green Bay, they're messing up.
I think it's a good move by the Ravens.
Yeah.
Well, how does
We're
it
going to
feel?
miss him for sure. We're going to miss him. It hurts a little bit, but you know what? At least when we verse him, we know what he's got, so I'm not worried about him.
You're not worried about him. So, who do you guys
No,
have
sir.
left at cornerbacks? A bag of chips?
A bag of chips. Hey, you know what? Bag of chips will feed many.
They had
Okay.
Bo
You're
Melton
good.
the other day practicing with DBs, a wide receiver.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
they
he's
had him
gonna
going
do-
through drills.
Money.
Yeah, he's going to play both ways.
Re-
At least that's what they're testing him for.
Both way. Bro thinks he's Travis
That's,
Hunter?
that's what I read. Yeah, they're taking him
We're
for
about
the
to
Travis
have
Hunter
1 year.
treatment.
I think
Just
the
1 year.
defensive back thing was more of like a backup, though, right? Like not starting. I think he's
I think a backup,
mainly play
yeah.
wide receiver. Yeah.
I think it's just the one thing that's sort of bad is none of our teams is the Ravens, and they're already pretty good, and they just added somebody to make them better. So as a fan, I'm not too sure I'm happy about that, but I'm sure if I was a Raven fan, I would be happy right now.
You don't have to worry about it. Dolphins aren't making it anytime soon. I don't know why you're stressing. Like,
We'll see when we play the Bucks.
Triple H.
Oh boy.
Fighting words there. Right off
We're
the
gonna
bat.
have to go live on that one.
I know
What?
two of them might have the last game in Tampa Bay. We never know. We never know.
All right. No, I think it's a good pickup for them. I mean, obviously Ravens, I feel like the last 3 years they could have won the Super Bowl, but you know, they always like to choke in playoffs. But if they have some missing parts, it's definitely the defense. And I'm excited for the Jaire Alexander and Marlon Humphrey duo. I mean, obviously Marlon Humphrey is really good, so hey, now they have top two studs to lock up over there, but
Yeah, but I don't feel like it's the defense that lets them down. So it's not the defense that can't win the game for them. It's the offense.
that's fair. In playoffs, you're right. In playoffs,
Yeah.
that's fair. But I'm saying in general, right? Like, in general, what's more strong, the offense or defense? Right? You're talking about Lamar, Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews, right? No one really talks about
True.
the defense over there. They have some studs, obviously, but yeah,
Yeah.
not
They're
that's not
obviously a little weaker on like the wide receiver, but I just don't think it matters when you have Lamar Jackson as your quarterback, who just threw for 4,100 passing yards and how many touchdowns last season. So
Fair.
I think that they should be focusing on defense. I think that's a good pickup with Malachi Starks.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, I know with Alexander moving, one of the things I was thinking about too was my team, Jalen Ramsey. You know, they're pretty much saying that he's going to get traded probably in the next few weeks or so. Well, I don't really know, but who is he going to go to? I know the rumor is he wants to go to the West Coast, but I'm not sure. You know, it's like what team's going to be able to pick him up? And of course, we're going to lose a good player, but is this going to help somebody that's competing right now? Because I know he wants to go to a team that's winning or has a chance to win. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think all the Dolphins players are a mess right now. Tyreek Hill wants to leave. Jalen Ramsey wants to leave, who was never healthy. I just think it's going to be a kind of a rebuild year for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a quarterback that
think-
just Superman dives into a concussion, you're not going to win a Super Bowl. So.
Right.
My
I think
opinion,
it's good
that's
to
it.
trade him. I think get what you can for him now.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they can get because I don't, you know, he's worth some good picks, but he does have a big, you know, paycheck. So we'll see what happens with it.
All right, so a little early prediction here. We're going to go around. You're going to say who you think is winning the Super Bowl preseason here. We can do this again a few podcasts later on, maybe when the season starts. But before season starts, before we see anything, before we know too much, who do you think's winning the Super Bowl? We're gonna start with Kevin here. Who do you think's winning the 2025 Super Bowl? Oh, also, forgot to say that you cannot say your team, and you guys know our teams from the beginning.
No, I would say the Saints, but they're kind of trash.
Why would you? Okay.
Yo.
I'm gonna say Kansas City. They got robbed last year.
That
Here
guy.
we go.
Eagles freaking cheated. They got bought the refs. They got it this year though. I believe in them. Bet
Okay.
Mahomes,
Okay.
let's go.
Okay.
Zach.
Yeah, I've had two answers just bobbling in my head. I didn't know if I want to go with the easy one or the ballsy one, and I think I'm going to go with the ballsy one. I'm going to say the Los Angeles Chargers.
Ooh.
I think they're going to win their division. I think they're going to be a surprise team, and they're going to make it to the Super Bowl. I do think they will lose, but we can't say our own teams, so I'm going to go ahead and go with the Chargers. I think it's going to be a Chargers-Eagles Super Bowl this year.
Do they have anybody left on defense?
I don't know. You're right. They're always injured up, but I think they re-signed Khalil Mack, didn't they? I think they.
Oh yeah, I think he was signing up for retirement home.
He was pretty high up there. Okay, I don't know, man. He was like, I'm pretty sure he was top 3 in sacks last year, maybe top 5. He was high.
No,
up there.
I am being a little mean. He is a legend. He is good, but he's just older, is what I'm trying to say. So, but I don't know. I just feel like you need a defense to win Super Bowls, and I think they're at a weak point on defense side of the ball. But
Yeah, I just believe in what like
shocker.
Harbaugh can do. I like the coach. You know, he's putting people around Herbert, and I think he focused on O-lineman last year, and he kind of knew that was like a rebuilding stage for him. You know, it's his first year coaching on the team, not his first time coaching in the NFL, but I just think that the Chargers can outbeat the Chiefs, and if you could beat the Chiefs, you could beat anyone in the AFC. So,
all right, that's fair. Glaze a little bit. But who was your other team then?
I was gonna say the Bills, just because they have an easy schedule and they have the
yeah.
MVP.
You can't cut out White Lightning there. Okay,
Right.
okay. Jarrell, who do you say?
Oh man! So without choosing my own team, I'd probably have to go with the team that was like that close last season to making it to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna go with the Washington Commanders this year.
Wow.
You know, they added Debo Samuel. What they got is it?
Well,
Is it
Debo
Laramie
Samuel's the
Tunsil?
size of a lineman now, so count him out.
That's okay. You got a skinny D-back going against him. I pick him any day.
Okay.
As long as they can stay healthy. Dude, they were one game away. Almost beat
that's
the
true.
Eagles. They beat them, they would have been in the Super Bowl.
That's fair.
So
That's fair.
I think if they can make it to the playoffs and stay healthy, I think they could do a deep run.
And they did whoop up on a nice Detroit team. I know Detroit was injured up, but they beat up on the Detroit team even with a lower end defense, I would say. I don't think the the Commanders defense is really that good.
I think the other thing you have to think about is it really depends what Jaden Daniels does. You know, it's his second year, and you know how sophomore seasons for quarterbacks, they can either regress or they can get better. I mean, he obviously has the talent, but, you know, a lot of good quarterbacks sort of step back on the second year. So it really depends. If he steps up, I think they have a good chance. They got a good team.
I agree.
Okay.
With something, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, was it just he had a good first year? I mean, he did great. He was great in college. He did great his first year, but this happens all the time, and we'll see. I don't know. I just don't think this is maybe a hot take. They're gonna have a year they had last year. I don't even know if they're gonna make playoffs, to be honest. But that's just my opinion.
Okay, that's fair. We'll see. Like you said, we'll redo it again in a couple weeks.
Yep. Our minds could change. All right, Shane. So who's your 2026 Super Bowl winner?
Yeah, it's hard. I have to go with if I'm going with the betting odds, I'm going to go with the Ravens. The Ravens just look really strong. Again, picking up Alexander. They got a lot of people back. They're healthy. They got such a strong running attack, a good defense. Of course, you can't go against, I think maybe, they'll step up this year and take the big step into winning the Super Bowl. So that would be my favorite.
Okay. I almost went them. Everyone knows that I love Lamar, and I always, I'm like, hey, every year they're going, and then, I don't know what happens in playoffs, but it is what it is. And for me here, listen, no one roast me. This might be a hot take here, but I've been having a gut feeling for some months now. The Falcons, and listen, I know they're in my division. I'm telling you that team is a different breed. You guys don't know Michael Penix. After he subbed in, after Kirk Cousins, he is the man. B.J. Robinson, you cannot stop that team. Jesse Bates, they're that team. I'm telling you. Hey, shocker team of the season. We're talking about baby Commander. Hey, look at Commanders last year. No one expected it. Championship game.
True.
So you can roast me all you want, but Falcons have a good team, and I like their coaching staff, so I'm going Falcons here. But if I had to go my team, obviously Baker be bacon.
Gotcha. But don't they have a tough schedule, though? Don't the Falcons have a tough schedule? So that'll probably play against them, right?
Exactly, but with that tough schedule, that's going to make them better for playoffs, right? They're not like stupid Eagles that just get easy games, and then so they're good for playoffs. And
I think it's actually reversed. I think they have one of the easiest schedules.
Uh-oh.
Like, because I think the entire Bucks division has like one of the easier schedules. Last time I checked.
Jarrell, you didn't check your facts? Are you serious?
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna check right now.
Uh-oh, someone's about to get wrong.
I'm out.
Whoever's
I
wrong
want to
has to
predict.
do a
I
booty
want to
shake.
say. I want to say they're at 4. I want to say
Oh.
4th easiest.
Okay.
I was gonna say if you say fourth, that would mean it's the one of the
No,
hardest.
4th easiest, not 4th hardest.
Wait, do you guys notice how no one said Green Bay? It's kind of.
No one said Bucks. No one said Bucks either, buddy.
It was kind of obvious.
No, Zach, you are absolutely right. I do apologize. Falcons are on the 4th easiest schedule.
So that helps my point out more.
Yeah.
Look at that. Jarrell just trying to lie to embarrass me.
Yeah, but guess what? Eagles have the 4th hardest schedule, so that takes your.
And you know, they deserve it. They're be cheating. They be cheating.
You just literally said they have the easiest schedules to get into the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they deserve it, because they always have the easiest schedule. About time. About time. Oh my! NFL finally the NFL was like, oh my God, they beat our glorious Mahomes. Hard schedule. They weren't letting that slide again.
I do know we have the biggest difference from last year. I think from like how easy our schedule was last year compared to how hard our schedule is this year, we have the biggest jump. So I will say our schedule was, if you look at it that way, it was fairly easy.
I'm telling you, NFL's trying to help out the Chiefs. I'm telling you, Kevin might be right here. It's all rigged.
I'm about to put the house on the Chiefs.
Okay,
I don't know, man.
they're homeless.
The Commanders and the Chiefs, 2 big boys.
All I know is the Bucks always beat the Eagles, so I don't know.
Facts.
That's
all
I've
facts.
seen.
Not this year.
Okay. But it's been like a decade. I think I was born the last time y'all beat us. Holy cow. That ain't happening, buddy.
Oh,
That's crazy. Crazy.
Well, that was a good couple of guesses, right? We got to see who's right at the end of the year.
Yeah,
And
let's come
it's
back
gonna
and
be
visit
me.
this.
Yep.
Whoever wins it $100.
Maybe we'll do beginning season again, half season again. Have some fun with it.
All right, since I know the Chiefs are going to win, you guys have to each give me $100 if I win, right?
Yeah, Kevin said he's going to pay the $100 at the end of the year, whoever wins.
Yep.
He's volunteering.
Imagine like none of the teams even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like every team we just said, they don't even make the playoffs now. Yeah.
Oh, lordy. On to the next.
I'm going to next.
Who's up, Zach?
Me?
Zach.
Alrighty, let me just pull it up here.
My glorious king.
That was
Baker was hot. You guys see him on Instagram?
And you mean in like the kids camp? That he was doing?
What? What are you talking about, Joe?
What?
No, dude.
No,
He was just doing a kids camp.
What are you talking about?
He just had a youth camp.
Did you
Youth
go?
camp, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't go, but I saw he was doing. Obviously, as Bucks fans, you guys aren't up to date on what.
I'm
your
not
guys are
talking.
doing.
I'm just talking about how cute he was this week, though. I don't know why that got brought up.
I don't even know why you're talking like that.
Oh, okay, so I can't have a crush on my quarterback now.
All right, are we ready to start the segment instead of talking about
Yes.
crushes on other dudes?
Yes.
All right, so for the next segment,
no, you're
now
good.
you just threw me totally off track.
Like, come on, Jarrell, lock in.
All right, so for today's segment, we're going to be doing player versus player. So we're going to have a hot topic of a player, and then we're going to compare about 5 players to that one hot topic, and we're going to see who we think will have a better overall season. We're going to start off with quarterbacks. I tried to make it around their skill level. I wanted to put some that are a little bit under, a little bit more over, so we could see who we think is going to end up doing better than they did last season, or who's going to end up tanking. I went ahead and went with Jared Goff first. He will be the first player up.
Ooh.
And do we think Jared Goff will be having a better season than Brock Purdy this season?
Brock Purdy.
Oh, for sure.
Really?
100%,
Let's use
bro. Yeah, let's just all do it at the same time. But like, yeah, 100%, bro. What are you talking about, Brock Purdy? Hey, unless CMC turns into a wide receiver, all he does is throw screen passes to that man. What are we talking about? Jared Goff has like Lions ever since Jared Goff went over there has been a top tier offense. Like, what are we talking about, bro? And the weapons, come on, I'm serious. That's not even close.
I will say, I feel like Brock Purdy and Jared Goff are like the same player. I feel like when they need to, they could throw 4 touchdowns in one game, but there's also a time where they might throw 4 interceptions in a game and rely on their running backs and
that's
other
kind of
skill players
disrespectful
or their
to Jared
defense.
Goff. I'm going to be honest with you.
I think Brock Purdy is a younger version of him, I would say.
Okay, well, we'll come back to this moment in 2 years when Brock Purdy retires. So,
All right, the next player we're going to be doing is Dak Prescott. Will Jared Goff have a better season than Dak Prescott?
Yes. He might get injured again this year. Fuck it.
Oh, Darrell switched last second.
Yeah.
Oh!
Dallas just
Whoa!
got George Pickens, man. George Pickens is about to mess the NFL
okay,
up.
he still
Are you
can't throw
serious?
the ball. It doesn't matter if he had Calvin Johnson out there.
But it
He
doesn't
can't
matter.
throw the ball, bro.
Yeah.
What are you
He'll
talking
just throw
about?
it- He'll throw it 5-10 yards. And
You know what's
Pickens
about to
will take the
happen
rest
in a
of the way.
Cowboys game? Dude, we're going to have DK Metcalf flexing his body. George Pickens going to be in a fight in the corner, and Dak Prescott's going to be injured on the floor. That's the most Looney Tune offense I've ever seen. What are you talking about, bro?
Why is
Wait,
DK there?
DK Metcalf.
That's what I said.
isn't
DK
even in
Metcalf's
there.
not even
What are you
on.
I mean,
talking
CD.
about?
I meant to say CD because they used to be on Steelers.
Oh, man.
No,
Yeah, I just don't know if Dak's going to stay healthy, to be honest. He has to prove that to me, you know.
All right.
Hmm.
Okay, so the next player will Jared Goff have a better season than Kyler Murray on the Arizona Cardinals?
Kyle Murray sucks.
Oh,
Listen,
oh.
let me explain. Kyle Murray is probably the most underrated quarterback right now.
Mhm.
And I think Marvin Harrison, Trey McBride, he has the weapons.
Mhm.
And it just, hey, you gotta wait. I know I don't even really have that much to back up on it, but it's just in my gut. Kyle Murray's gonna have a decent year this year.
I agree with him.
I do like Kyler Murray as well, and I agree with you saying he's underrated. I just think he's too small, and I just don't think he could see the middle of the field well, meaning he can't connect with Marvin Harrison. And if you can't get on with Marvin Harrison, that offense isn't going to work. I think Marvin Harrison won't succeed until they bring in a taller quarterback.
I don't know. Didn't he have like 3
Yeah.
touchdowns in the first quarter last year? Which game was? I forgot.
Marvin
which game
Harrison only had like 4 touchdowns in the entire season last year.
Yeah, and well, 3 of them was in
Yeah.
1 quarter. I don't know what happened there.
Did you see, speaking of Harrison, did you see him this offseason? Dude's jacked, man.
He is
must have
pretty
been in
big.
the gym the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Getting
I've
ready.
seen the pictures. All right, next player we're going to be doing is Jared Goff better than Trevor Lawrence, T-Law, the one that took the injury mid-season to the Texans?
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
we
mean,
got
he-
one no.
He may
Crazy,
have
no.
a good
Only
bounce back, but I don't know.
I do think they have some weapons around them, and I think since their running back situation isn't necessarily the greatest, I know they got who was the rookie that got Bashaw Tutin or something, but he wasn't really an early pick. I think they're going to have to depend on the pass game, and they obviously have the wide receivers. They got BTJ, they got new Travis Hunter. I think it's going to work. I think as long as Trevor Lawrence stays healthy, I think he could put up numbers that are better than Jared Goff can, since Jared Goff has such a run-strong offense.
That's the
Okay.
thing. I actually like. I actually do like Trevor Lawrence, but like Jared Goff just has proven more, so that's why I went with him.
Yeah,
Respectable.
that's a better
All right.
team.
The last player I have, and this one's a little bit juicier.
Uh oh.
Is Jared Goff going to have a better season than Justin Herbert?
No.
Mm. No.
No. No.
All right. Well, let's hear from Shane and Bailey then.
Shane, you got this. Help us out here.
I don't know. I just think Herbert. I don't know. I'm not so sure about the Chargers, and I don't know if he's going to be able to produce what Goff can. I just don't feel it. They're both good though, and they could. It's a tough right now. Like it's so hard before training camp has even started to see how they're flowing and working. But at this point in time, I'm gonna have to go with Goff.
All right, Kevin or Jarrell, do you guys want to answer back of why you think Justin Herbert will have a better season?
Oh yeah, man. I just got one name. I can't remember his name right now though. I'm just being honest.
Really?
That's your defense.
No, yeah. Hold on, give
I'm
me a
gonna
second.
say
I can't remember his
Ladd
name.
All right,
Lad, that's it. Yes, Lad McConkey. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I wanted to
yeah.
say freaking Luke Kuechly, but it was
Oh
wrong.
man.
Okay.
Totally wrong. But yes,
I don't think Antonio Brown's the only one that's CTE. Good
no,
God.
I have it as well. Yes, but yeah, no. With that man on your team, you get enough said right there.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
saying Ladd McConkey pretty much is better than St. Brown, is what I just heard.
Yes.
Nah,
I think-
get him off! Get him off! Get him off the pod! What?
Spicy.
What?
I think the
We'll see.
Rams make it.
I
I
love
think
it,
the
though. I
Rams
love it,
make
though.
it farther than the Lions this year. I think, my opinion.
I can definitely see the Lions going down. I see
Yeah.
that, Kevin. I think they've lost both their offense and defensive coordinator. When that happened to Eagles, we were literally frauds. We first half of the season we were looking good, and the second half of the season we couldn't win a game. We couldn't even beat
I
the
still
Giants.
do think they both will make it to the playoffs. I think Chargers would or Rams will make it better. I don't know.
Oh my
better.
God. What are we talking? All right, this podcast is lost.
Hey, we'll see at the end of the year, though. We'll see at the end of the year, right?
Yeah, it's
let's
hard, man, because if they put up the same kind of touchdowns, I mean, it was a huge difference last year, because Goff had like 37 touchdowns. I think Herbert had 23 touchdowns. So, I mean, it just depends if, he can produce that and get more touchdowns,
You
because
tell me
that's,
Lions aren't like the most dominant offense?
yeah, that's why it's
Like,
just
what is
they
happening?
have to go way down.
Good? Are we good?
I mean, look at what.
Then why didn't you pick them to win the Super Bowl, Bailey? Why didn't you pick them in your own segment?
Falcons is that team.
So obviously their dominant offense can be beat.
But think
I'm
about
not
it.
saying. I'm saying because I'm going off Kevin's point, saying that Rams are going to be better than them. Are we good?
Think about it, though. Think about it. Their momentum got stopped by the Fires. Like the LA Fires, their momentum got stopped, bro. Think about it. Without the LA Fires, bro, they're gonna make it. Come on, brother.
I don't even want to get into that. All right,
Yeah.
on to the next. On to
All
the
right,
next.
on to the next player. So now we're changing the hot topic. We're no longer talking about Jared Goff. The
Oh,
next topic will be Bryce Young.
Okay.
Let's go.
I feel like he had a good second half of last season. I think he showed what he could be in the NFL. So
Yeah.
I feel like we should talk about a few quarterbacks who will be better than him this season. All right, the first one, that's crazy. First one we're gonna go with is Bryce Young gonna have a better season than Justin Fields?
Oh yeah, him.
I at least say that because is Justin Fields even starting?
For the Jets? Yeah.
Yeah. Really?
Who's gonna start over him?
Who was the other guy that was over there? I'm blanking. Wasn't he like a vet?
It was Rodgers.
No. I don't know. You're right. I can't think of it now. But all right, I didn't know if Justin Fields is starting.
Yeah, so
I'm
it's
still
him,
going Bryce Young.
Tyrod Taylor.
Oh,
yeah,
I never.
Fields is
Justin
starting.
Fields is starting. He's starting. My bad. I thought it was a better vet.
Especially
Okay,
with his best buddy, Garrett Wilson.
Actually, no, no.
Okay.
Justin Fields, listen. When he was starter for the Steelers, he was so good, bro. I say this. Look, this is why Shane's laughing because I always say this, bro. Because I'm telling, he's better than Russell Wilson that year. He was last year. He was. I'm sorry. They were so dominant.
I give you that.
That's why I'm like, what are we like? Justin Fields was so good. And listen, Bryce Young, he's a cool dude, but he's a nerd. He's not gonna do crap, bro. Screw that guy. Won't give a crap. Justin Fields is on top. Loser.
Okay.
Wow. All right.
Strong words.
Next pick we're gonna have is Bryce Young gonna have a better season than the rookie Cam Ward, first overall pick, Titans, coming into a new situation. Wow.
I think Cam Ward's going to have a good season.
Yeah.
I think
I disagree.
Oh.
I think Cam Ward will have a good season. I do agree with that, but I do think Bryce Young will have a better season. I think the Titans are going to be one of those teams, kind of like the Bears last year. Like we're seeing kind of like little things about, Caleb Williams, now Cam Ward, but I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy. And I can see like a 4-win season.
The difference is Bryce Young is 5'10", and Cam Ward is like 6'3", so that's kind of the difference there.
That's true. You did roast Kyler Murray about his height.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
All right, so yeah, what's going on here?
That's true. That is true.
I just think. I just don't
Yeah, but
think.
which
Cam
which
Ward-
core has the better receivers?
You're
I'd
right.
probably say the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I'm just not sold on Young yet. He's going to have to prove it to me.
He does still have a lot to prove. All right, next name. Will Bryce Young have a better season than Sam Darnold, new team Seattle Seahawks?
Yeah.
Probably.
Sam Darnold, he had the best. He was like a 15 second of fame, bro.
Yeah,
That's the
he
only
was
good
just
year of
lucky.
his career. He's done, bro. He's done. Seahawks. Who's even on? Who's at the Seahawks? Honestly, who's a weapon over there? Can anybody name a weapon right now?
JSN.
Oh!
I don't know,
That's
man.
your number
JSN
one.
was good.
No, JSN's goated, but like that's it. I think he's a better receiver, like as a second string, right?
And then
Like,
Cobb,
he-
yeah.
Like I'm saying this because I'm a Bucks fan, but like Chris Godwin
Oh.
works really good as a second string.
Like the
Cooper
wide
Kupp
receiver
went there.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You said
Cooper
what?
Kupp went to Cooper Kupp went to Seattle,
Oh yeah, no, he's gonna get hurt game 2, so we're good off that.
and MVS is there.
Okay, buddy.
Listen, man, he did good for the Packers.
Oh,
No
you know
hate
what?
there.
I'm changing. Oh, it's not MBS. Oh, Shiver Meat
Wow.
Simmer.
All right, we're going to move on to the next one. We are going to go with another quarterback that went first round. Is Bryce Young going to have a better season than Caleb Williams, another previous first overall pick? Jarrell,
Oh, Jarrell.
why do you think Bryce Young will have a better season than Caleb Williams?
I just think Caleb Williams is ass, man. I just don't think he's a good player at all. Yeah. So,
Even with all
I mean,
the new assets, you don't think he could do good? I think the coach got a lot of new alignment. He picked up a new wide receiver, new tight end. You don't think that Caleb Williams can have a pretty good season?
I don't know. Maybe I just hate his attitude more than anything else and the way he
Fair.
approached the game. So that probably has more to do with it. I'm probably wrong, but it's okay. I'm gonna stick with my my feeling of I don't think he'll have a better season.
How about this?
All right.
Bears got Lions' old offensive coordinator, which was a dominant offense.
Ben Johnson.
Yep, Ben Johnson. So,
Are you sure you're not like a Lions fan? Because you really gotta, you really like those Lions, buddy.
Now you
All
got
right,
whole
the
crew
last
laughing.
name we got here. This one's probably my favorite name out of listed of all these guys. These guys were both battling. We didn't know who was going to be the first overall pick of this year. Is Bryce Young going to have a better season than C.J. Stroud? C.J. Stroud had a great rookie season, came in with a sophomore slump. Will he do better? Will the number 1 overall pick do better than the number 2 overall pick?
Nope.
No,
Mm-mm.
don't think so. No
Shane,
way.
Why do you want to go more in depth on that?
Not really. I mean, it's the same thing I said earlier. I don't really trust in Young that much yet. He has to prove. I know he had like you said, he picked it up in the last part of the last season, but I just don't see it. And Stroud, I think he's just more consistent, proving it, game in, game out. So that's where I'm a lean right now.
I think
Okay, so
the
collective-
Texans just have a better team than the Panthers. be
That
honest.
too.
Yeah, better wide
Good point.
receivers. What? Tank Dell, right? He's coming back.
Yeah, you're
No,
talking about like a
he's done for
playoff
the year
type
already.
team, and
Yeah.
Okay, so we basically all collectively, it's pretty far distance then. We think
Mhm.
C.J. Stroud is pretty far ahead. All right,
Yeah.
so we are going to go ahead and move on to the next name. It's going to be a whole new position. We're going to go over the running backs. This one's pretty exciting. Rookie Ashton Genty will be the new hot topic. We're going to keep it at rookies. And will Ashton Genty have a better season than Amari and Hampton? Both rookies. Ashton Genty got picked overall to the Raiders. Amari and Hampton to the Chargers.
Shane fell asleep.
oh man, that's a hard one. I would have to go with Genty. He's just so good. I'm looking forward to watching him play. Both teams, though, I mean, they both have opportunity to play, and it could be interesting to see who's going to do better. But I'm gonna have to go with the favorite on this one.
All right. We all just collectively agree. I think Amari and Hampton is just not on that skill level, and he has to also fight Najee. And just doesn't.
Yeah,
doesn't make
Najee's
sense to pick
starting.
him.
Najee's starting. So
All right.
there you go.
You heard it from Drew.
Uh-oh.
All right. Is Ashton Genty going to have a better season than Kyren Williams? We're going to start getting to a little bit heavier names now.
No.
No, I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no.
We don't say no. Kevin, why do you say no here?
He just had a pretty good season the past 2 years. It was pretty good. He plays for the Rams, right?
Correct.
Hey, I gotta stick with the Rams. Stick with the
definitely.
Rams.
Here we go.
Definitely.
But I'm the Lions Glazer. Nice. What are we doing here?
So I don't think either one of you are Bucks fans. So I think you guys are just.
I don't know.
Imposters.
Matthew Stafford. He looks
Okay,
pretty
well,
good.
I'm sorry, Jarrell.
Sorry.
That we had a bad playoff game last year. All right, I'm just mad.
I mean, he fell off the first round too, so I don't know what he's talking about.
All right. Next player. Will Ashton Genty have a better season than Navon A-Chain?
Ooh.
Had a really good rookie season. Last year he was hurt. Didn't really meet expectations. But, I mean, he's still Devon A-Chain. That rookie season, dude, that was golden. Will he have a better season than Devon A-Chain? All right, we'll let you start off first, Shane.
Uh-oh.
Well, obviously I'm biased in this. I mean, the Dolphins. You're comparing a proven commodity to somebody we don't know yet. I mean, we're basing it on college performance, and he has all the talent to do well. But we don't know how they're going to use him yet. When you look at a rookie running back, that's the key: is how much are they going to use him? Are they going to lean on him in certain positions, especially if you're talking about goal line carries, or So we don't know that with him yet. But with A-Chain, we know what he's going to be asked to do. I think the team is set up for him again. I think he's going to have a good season fantasy-wise. I wouldn't be surprised if he'll be a top 5 running back, especially when you talk about fantasy-type points. But I think A-Chain's going to have a good season again, even if the team
I hear some
struggles.
bias in your voice there, which is fine. But, first
I'm with
question.
him.
No. Did Shane not go, oh, I love Ashton Jensen? And now he's like, oh, we don't know about him yet. We don't really know about him. So I don't know what in the bias just happened. But, hey, stick with your team. I respect it.
Listen, hey, I'm going to change. I'm going to be with Shane now.
Why did you change?
Whoa.
Yeah.
See?
What
Why'd you
changed is because as I was sitting here and I looked up the QB roster for Miami because I wanted to see who the backup was when Tua goes down, and it's going to be Zach Wilson. So the only hope that they have is to hand the ball off. So they're going to be running the ball all season.
Yeah, that's part of what I was thinking. No matter what, they're going to lean on him, no matter what happens.
Well, guess what, Jarrell? Your mom's going to be at the game. Got him.
Hey, yo, what? All right, let's move on.
Is that a Zach Wilson joke?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one got it, so my aura just went down.
Let's get on to the next player here. All right, will Ashton Genty have a better season than Jonathan Taylor, running back for the Colts?
No.
All right, I think we all collectively agree on that one. I think he just gets too much volume over there with the Colts, especially with the quarterback situation.
Yeah.
He's just goated, bro.
sure.
He's goated.
Yeah, he's good. Without injury, he's top 3, top 5 running back, whatever you want to say it. He's up there.
Yeah, and he's healthy right now, and can't go against him.
The only thing I would argue with that is if he goes down and does get injured because they give him too many carries. At the end of the year, he was getting like 25 plus a game.
Well, yeah, but then you can't really compare that, right? Because, I mean, if the player's injured, you can't really say, oh, yeah, he had a better season. Well, dude was out hurt.
That's true. We can't really predict injury. I mean, anyone can get hurt. We've seen people just take a few steps. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, 4th play of the game, tore his ACL. Dude was just going back, pass the ball. So
that's funny. Out of all the players that have gotten hurt in the past, you just happen to pick Aaron Rodgers. Just toss him out there.
All right, we'll switch it up. Odell in the Super Bowl with the Rams when he just,
Okay.
he was nobody even touched him, and remember he just went down and he was done for the game. So
Yep.
we've seen injuries like that. So you never know, anyone can get injured. All right, so moving on, Jarrell. I know you're gonna like this one.
Uh-oh.
Will Ashton Genty have a better
Nope.
season than Josh Jacobs?
What kind of crap is that,
I
bro?
knew we were gonna see some mixture.
Yes.
Knew we were gonna see some mixture. Let's see.
Really?
Shane, what do you got?
Oh man.
Shane, you know what to say. Come on, Shane. Come on.
Oh,
Oh,
he goes with Josh Jacobs.
oh
okay.
my
I'm afraid
God.
I'm gonna also go
Okay.
with
What?
There we
He's
go.
another running back
Okay.
that I can't. I can't go against a proven commodity there. It's just I'll have to wait. Next year, this
Actually,
might be a totally
I'm
different
gonna change
answer.
it. I'm gonna change it, Ashley. You know why?
Oh.
There you
Jordan
go.
Love.
There you go,
Jordan
Kevin.
Love
Thank you.
doesn't really have an arm, so he's gonna pass. He's gonna pass it to Josh Jacobs a lot.
I
so.
I agree with Kevin. How many times did they rely on Josh Jacobs? Because they could not. How many times was Jordan Love throwing 3+ interceptions a game?
Yeah.
Dude was throwing many picks.
He can't compete.
Listen. Nope, you're not changing my mind. Listen, I don't even know if there's a Packers player in the Hall of Fame, realistically. So I'm not gonna say Josh
Pretty
Jacobs
sure there
is
are,
gonna
buddy.
be Ashton Jensen. What, like, did you guys have like a Super Bowl win like 50 years ago? Like, what are we talking about? You have no Hall of Famers. You guys are baloney, and Jordan Love cries on the sideline. Josh Jacobs overrated. Let's go, Ashton Jensen. Loser.
Bro, you do not even know what you're talking about, man.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well,
That is crazy.
We'll see.
That is
We'll see.
crazy.
Hey, you want to make a bet? You want to make a bet? Who will have a better season?
yeah,
All right. What's the
Right
bet?
now.
What's the bet? What's it? What do you want to do?
$50.
$50. All right. Shake through
Yep.
the cam. Shake through the cam. There we go.
There you go.
Nice.
All right,
You
you
got it
guys saw
recorded.
that.
You got it recorded.
That's some
You got
V-Bucks
it.
right there.
You're right. You're right.
We're gonna go ahead
V-Bucks.
and move on to the next hot topic now. I think we're gonna end it off this hot topic just because this is taking a little bit longer than I thought for my segment. Unless you guys want to keep going, we can save the wide receivers and tight ends for another podcast if you guys want.
I
Unless
know,
you
I'm
guys
kind of
want
having
to
fun.
finish
I'm
all
kind of having
Yeah.
fun.
It's
Let's
fun.
just do all of it. We got to do
All
this
of
one
it?
before season 2, right?
out. All right, are you guys down to do that, Jarrell?
Yeah.
Shane, everyone's
Yeah.
good to do that.
Let's go.
Go.
All right, so the next running back. So we have a running back, 2 wide receivers still, and 2 tight ends still. That's how much we still have to go. So
That's
basically
fine.
not halfway. All right. So our next player we're going to be doing is going to be the next hot topic, Chase Brown. Dude, obviously just came off his
Oh.
best season on the year. You know,
Goaded.
undervalued fantasy player. Everyone picked him up waivers. Great player. So we're gonna compare him to some old heads and some players that might have been struggling. We'll see. We're gonna see who Chase Brown's gonna have a better season than. Will Chase Brown have a better season than Breece Hall, Jets running back?
I think so.
I think so.
Jarrell, what's happening? Oh,
All right, Barry, defend
really?
yourself.
Really?
Why
Listen.
do you think Breece Hall will do better?
Because, listen, take me some years back. Who was the quarterbacks for the Jets? Sam Darnold seeing ghosts. We had Zach Wilson, kissing moms on the sideline. Right? They weren't scoring. There was only one player that was scoring on that Jets offense. Breece Hall. Listen, underrated. Oh, Chase Brown. Who's Chase Brown? I don't even know if I know who that is, bro. Realistically. Breece Hall is better. I don't know. Breece Hall is better. Breece Hall is good. I don't even know who Chase... Let me look this guy up, actually. Because I actually don't. I don't know who this is.
Yeah, but you
Chase
got
Brown.
Justin Fields there at QB now. So, from your earlier statement, you said Justin Fields is going to be,
Oh, he's a rookie?
doing his thing.
This is a rookie?
No.
He's second.
No.
Go back.
Yeah, I don't
Chase
know.
Brown, 1,000 yards last season, 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, I never heard of him. So, yeah, Breece Hall.
Never heard him.
I know all my
I'm
answers.
definitely more on the Chase Brown side. I think Breece Hall having a mobile quarterback is going to hurt him. The coach, the defensive coordinator from the Lions, already said that they're going to want to go with all their running backs, cycle them out. So I don't even think Breece Hall is going to be a workload running back.
I
And just
disagree.
Chase Brown, I think Chase Brown just fits the Cincinnati offense so well. Obviously, they rely on their pass game, and he is great in the pass game. I mean, there are some times that they were using that dude as a wide receiver. He was just lining up in the slot. So I
I'm going
think
to
Chase
disagree
Brown
with you
is
on
gonna-
the mobile
is gonna
quarterback
beat him by a
part.
landslide.
I think Breece Hall is actually going to shine even better, in my opinion. with the mobile
Okay.
quarterback because you can do a lot more plays there. And right, it's kind of like a Lamar Derrick Henry situation. With that, like I think that can help Brees Hall with a lot of read options. Who's gonna take it, right? Can do a lot of fakes because like, hey, you're gonna be scared, right? Like usually when you verse Lamar and Derrick Henry, you're like, oh, who's about to take the ball here? Now you can do that with Justin Fields and Brees Hall. I think that actually is gonna give Brees Hall a few more yards this season. And as we see, Brees Hall is actually a receiving running back too, so Justin Fields can throw on the run. So in my opinion, I think it's actually gonna help this season.
I don't think anybody's putting Justin Fields in the same category as Lamar Jackson there, buddy. So I don't think anybody's going to be, ooh, Justin Fields.
Yeah, and no one's saying Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs either. So let's move on.
True.
Yeah.
I agree with Bailey there.
How I look at it, they both
much
had
hate.
pretty similar stats last year. Chase Brown did a little better and more consistent, but I think I would have to lean toward who's on the better team because who's going to get more offensive plays, who's going to be able to move the ball. I think the Jets are going to struggle some. They're going to punt more often. So I think Chase Brown's just going to have more opportunities. And I think that's what happened last year because he just got a little more touchdowns, got a little more yards. He was able to get used to move the ball. So I don't know. That's why I lean toward Chase Brown there.
All right, all good arguments. All right, we're going to switch it back up here again. We're going to move on. Chase Brown versus Brees Hall, pretty good argument. All right. Is Chase Brown going to have a better season than the old vet Alvin Kamara?
Ooh.
Another
No.
receiving back there. No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No. Wrong. Keep thinking.
I think Chase Brown is very underrated. I think he is gonna, with Joe Burrow as his quarterback, I think it makes it a lot easier for him.
Yeah.
And I think Alvin Kamara is just getting older, and I know we say that every single year about him, but I don't think Alvin Kamara is gonna do better than the younger Chase Brown.
No, that's what I meant
Does anybody
to say.
want to debate that? Oh, okay. Do you want to go on that before someone debates that?
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. I think the age is a factor there, and I think production is going to go down so I think Chase he's going to have the edge this year.
But you got to think about it this way. What if Tyler Shug doesn't perform? They got to step in for Spencer Rattler. He doesn't know how to throw
I know
the ball.
Spencer Rattler starts, Saints
I
might
don't
win the
know.
Super Bowl. They might win Super
You
Bowl.
know, dude,
It's a close call.
I've seen like
Okay.
5 interceptions in one quarter. Man. He's going to have to run the ball, bro. So it depends, bro.
That's a very good
depends.
point. No, I think that they did just sign him to an extension too, so they could rely on him a lot, especially with the rookie coming in. That's a good point, Kevin.
But you got to think
All
though,
right.
they're going to set the defense up for the run in that case, and then it's going to be 4 downs and punt. Because if you put all those linebackers up and you shut down the run, they have to be able to produce with the quarterback, and if they do, that's the thing about the Saints. I'm not sure. With Cincinnati, they're going to move the ball. That's the problem. I think Chase had, and I think Zach just said that, being on a better team that can move the ball, get first downs. Teams are one-dimensional when they can't pass, and we don't know yet with the Saints if the quarterback can move the ball down the field. So I don't know. I have to go with Chase Brown again.
All right. Another good one there. All right, we're going to move on here. Chase Brown. Is Chase Brown going to have a better season than another old vet, Joe Mixon? Joe Mixon was the number one number one running back there for about 11 weeks until he went down with an injury. But then, I think the second half of the season is when Chase Brown was more showing his talent. So who will have a better season, Chase Brown or Alvin Kamara?
I thought we were doing Joe
Oh,
Mixon.
you mean
Okay.
Joe Mixon? You mean?
I'm sorry, Joe Mixon. We just did Alvin Kamara. You're right.
I don't think so.
Mute.
I don't
No,
think
I don't
so.
think so either. I don't think
No.
so.
I don't think so.
Yeah. All right, we all collectively
I like
agree on that.
Mixon.
I think Mixon is just a overall workload running back, and I think even with Nick Chubb, I don't think they gave Nick Chubb nothing money wise. So I really think they just depend to use on Joe Mixon and really brought in Nick Chubb just in case of an injury. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love Joe Mixon, even on the Bengals. I think he's
Yeah.
goated. And the reason I'm so silent right now because I'm not even trolling. I don't know who Chase Brown is, so I'm gonna have Chase Brown over nobody here. I don't know who he is.
Okay. All right. Well, these next two names are going to be easy for you. All right. The next one. The next one we're going to do is Chase Brown going to have a better season than Chuba Hubbard. Obviously came in and he earned that paycheck last season for the Panthers. Maybe that's why, Bryce Young was so successful because of him. Do we think he'll have a better season than Chuba Hubbard?
Mm-mm.
I think so.
No.
All right. Shane, what do you want to go into that? Why we think Chase Brown will be better?
Again, just team versus team too. What I think it's about the same thing I've been saying with Chase Brown. I like Chase Brown. I think he's going to have a really good second season, and Cincinnati's a good, strong team. So it's hard for me to go against him, to be honest.
I agree. I think me and you are the heftiest on him right now. I don't know if we were the only ones that had him in fantasy football last year or something, but I think Chase Brown is very underrated running back.
Didn't you guys both lose fantasy?
No, I had
think they
Mixon.
did.
I
I
like
won it.
Mixon
I won
on
my
that,
ship.
but Chase. If you watch him, he's really first year running back. He was really good, and some of these other guys, I don't know.
All right.
We'll see.
All right. Does anybody want to defend Chuba Hubbard here? Or you guys just think
I think Chuba Hubbard is the best offensive player on the Panthers right now. So I like him. Even if I knew Chase Brown, I'd probably be still going Chuba Hubbard here because I think he's really great. And I think he's gonna. I think they realized that last year. Like, oh crap! Wait, this guy's kind of good, and he's gonna get a lot more reps this year. So
Yeah.
I'm going Chuba Hubbard.
definitely another workload.
Agreed.
All right. And to the last name for Chase Brown. Will Chase Brown have a better season than James Cook? Obviously having some contract negotiations going wrong right now. He wasn't even participating in practice, even though I think he said he's coming back now. Or maybe he's already back. But will he have a better season than James Cook?
He's still for the Bills,
no.
right?
The Bills, correct.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
James Cook is goated, bro.
Yeah, he's very strong.
I love him. Oh.
Shane?
Oh, the green
Me and
screen
Shane again. Me and Shane again.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Y'all
don't know.
must be Cincinnati fans.
I like the Cincinnati offense. I still don't like the Cincinnati defense. I know they've added, they can't even sign the rookie linebacker right now. So I have no idea how Cincinnati's going to do on defense again. I think that offense is always their strong point. He was clearly the best running back last season. I think he's going to get a workload. I think he's going to get all the passes. I think Chase Brown is going to be a very underrated running back coming in.
Wait, you're saying Chase Brown over James Cook?
Yeah, I am. That's
crazy. Hot take. I told this to Bailey yesterday. He was laughing at me. I think the Bengals aren't going to make it the playoffs this year. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll make it the playoffs. I think they got lucky the latter half of the year. I think I really like the offense. I really like Joe Burrow. I really like not Chase Brown.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, Jamar Chase. I don't think they'll make it though. They don't have. I don't know. Hot take though. Hot take.
Yeah, I think it really depends. I think it really depends too if they can figure out a contract. He wants a contract extension and he's in his final year. So I don't know. I mean, James Cook's a little distracted at the moment. If that gets signed and he gets more focused, I mean, obviously he can perform. But right now, I'm not too sure about him.
He's plenty focused. Have you seen that forehead he's got? Okay, it's huge. That means he is focused on the game and running the ball downfield.
Not that big. Come on, man.
That's because you have a forehead like he does.
Dude, mine's not
Oh,
even
wow.
that big,
What
bro.
just happened? I thought this was a
Come on.
football podcast.
Come
We
on,
gotta,
bro.
do, we gotta do one of those E-fights right now? Is that what we're doing?
Wait,
Uh-oh.
let me see yours. Let me see yours. Oh, you don't have that much hair.
No,
Wow.
Balding?
that's because it's growing back still. You can't see it because all the silver.
You're getting up there in age. You're right.
You're right, I am. My walker's over there.
All right. Let's move on. We're going to be going over to wide receivers now.
All right.
Our first name we got, Tyreek Hill. Obviously, one of the better
Ooh.
receivers. Not last season, but he's supposed to be a top dog. Obviously struggled last year with Tua going down. Now he is debating if he even wants to be a Dolphin. 1 week he says he does, 1 week he doesn't. So we're going to say Tyreek Hill as the hot topic. First name off the board Is Tyreek Hill going to have a better season than Bears wide receiver DJ Moore?
Yeah.
We all collectively agree. I don't think it's too far off, though. Like, I don't think it's like, by miles. I do think Tyreek Hill for sure should finish off over him, but I think it should be closer.
I agree.
Than that.
Actually, the only reason I'm putting Tyreek Hill over is I think Caleb Williams got too much weapons. I don't even know if DJ Moore will get the ball as much as Tyreek Hill. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
I think they'll be forcing the ball more to Tyreek Hill than they will be forcing the ball more.
That's not. Yeah.
Moore. I agree with that. All right, that was kind of more of an easier name. Second name we have here is Tyreek Hill going to have a better season than Garrett Wilson? Garrett Wilson just got his quarterback from college, both Ohio State. Will he have a better season than Tyreek Hill? I mean, will Tyreek Hill have a better season than Garrett Wilson? All right. Kevin, do you want to go in on that?
As much as I hate, not hate, what's his name? The QB for Dolphins? Dang.
Tua.
As much as I don't like Tua that much, I think this is his last year. I think Tua's better than Justin Fields. I'm sorry. I think he's going to throw the ball more.
Yeah, I agree too.
Tua's better than Justin Fields. Are we kidding?
I think he's going to throw the ball more, the Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I don't think it'll even be close passing yards.
Are we serious?
Shane, I saw you were flipping your sign back and forth. Why were you a little hesitant at first?
They just said it's not close, and then
I mean, I like Wilson. I think Garrett Wilson is good. I think he can put up some stats, but I don't really trust that Justin can throw. Like if Tua stays healthy, he throws way more passes than Justin Fields does, and he is accurate. I mean, the big thing about the Dolphins obviously is Tua going to stay healthy, and if he stays healthy, he can throw over 5,000 yards, and that means Hill's going to get a big chunk of that, and even if they're losing, they're still going to throw, But Garrett Wilson, I just don't know if he's going to get some stats. He's going to get some yards. But Fields, he is somebody that's has to prove himself over there. And like Bailey said, I think he can do it. I just don't believe right now he's going to get more passing yards than Tua is. That's
so
just
you think Devon A-Chain isn't going to take the load like you said earlier?
Yeah, he
now
throws.
Tua's a passer.
Throws
now he's a passer now. What's going on here? We got to pick something here. Earlier it was, Devon A-Chain is going to have, top 5 running back, and now, Tua's going to have 5,000 passing yards. It can't be both!
Well, you got to pick one! A-Chain gets a lot of throws.
One the bias? All right, this is getting crazy. I'm so... You know what? Ban him from this one. Tyreek Hill crap. He's not going to disagree with Tyreek Hill. This is baloney crap.
You should have done Mike Evans, bro.
See, it says, I looked up their stats real quick just to compare them. So, last season, Tyreek Hill only had 959 yards on 81 receptions. Garrett Wilson had 101 receptions and just over 1,100 yards.
Oh.
Yeah.
He brought the stats out.
Different quarterback, and, of course, Tua was hurt some, last year, so.
And they had Aaron Rodgers.
Again.
They had Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
So count that.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to move on to the next name now. Actually, Kevin stepped right in front of me, and he said it. Is Tyreek Hill going to have a better season than Mike Evans? Mike Evans, has never went under 1,000 yards, has Baker Mayfield as the quarterback, and we're all saying no.
Oh, my God. You know what, Shane? I give you your respect. I give you your respect. I take everything back. That just happened the last 30 seconds. You know who the GOAT is. You know who the GOAT is. He knows. He knows Mike Evans is him.
Well, if you asked this question a couple years ago when Hill had the great year, I would say something different. But, yeah, Evans is consistent, and, they just have a connection right now. So it's hard for me to go against that.
He's breaking Jerry Rice and Randy Moss records.
Hell yeah.
He's the GOAT.
Future Hall of Famer right there.
Hall of Famer. Packers wouldn't know about Hall of Famers, but
Jordan
looks confused right now.
Jordan Love is never going to touch Hall of Fame.
I'm just glad you finally learned his name, Kevin. About time.
All right, next name. That one was too easy. Bailey said he didn't like this player earlier. Will Tyreek Hill have a better season than JSN, Jackson Smith-Njigba? will obviously be the wide receiver 1 now with the new quarterback, Sam Darnold. Tyreek Hill just came off of a bad season, though. Will he have a better season than JSN?
Whoa.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do.
I'm going to stick with Jarrell here. Jarrell, go ahead. Go in more on that.
I know you guys are hating on my man Sam Darnold, but I was the only one that had faith in him, and I took him in fantasy, and he balled out. Now, granted, new team, he's not going to have the same wide receiver core, but I think JSN is going to show y'all what's for this season.
But you said it yourself earlier. Cooper Kupp's on the team. Is JSN going to get those reps?
Nah, they're gonna go for Cooper Kupp on 3rd and short to pick up the yardage to get the first down because he's slippery. He does the slants underneath or red zones. Yep. But JSN, he's gonna.
So Cooper Kupp got the triple crown a few years back because of slants.
Well, listen, man. Cooper Kupp was just with what's his face in LA, Puka Nacua, and guess what? They were both getting the ball, weren't they? Puka Nacua was getting the ball more, so now he's going over there, and JSN is gonna get the ball more. So he's not a number 1 receiver anymore, buddy.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay.
Bailey, you would
Really?
know that Cooper Kupp doesn't only do slants. Remember when he did the post right on you guys in the playoffs against the Bucs?
Oh, I know. As a Bucs fan, I know that he doesn't just do slants.
I'll forever remember that.
Trust me, we would have had another Super Bowl win if it wasn't for that. I know.
All right. We'll move on here. All right. Last name for Tyreek Hill. Will Tyreek Hill have a better season than Scary Terry McLaurin, Jaden Daniels, wide receiver 1, or Tyreek Hill with the most receiving yards just a couple years back? No. I'm going to stick with the group. No.
There's a reason why they call him Scary Terry.
Yeah.
Plus, he hasn't got signed yet. They're talking about giving him an extension. He might sign beforehand, but what if they don't? He's going to be trying to earn that paycheck. I don't think that Tyreek Hill's going to be better than Scary Terry.
And listen, Scary Terry is going to be the main guy because it's not going to be Deebo Samuel. It looks like Deebo Samuel. Have you seen the practice film the other day? It looks like Jarrell running to the fridge for some chips or something. And say Deebo Samuel is not getting any reps, bro.
Jarrell might be faster, honestly.
What's all the hate,
Really?
man?
Muting my mic. I can see it. It says who did it, Jarrell. You think you're slick. Your mic was muted. Oh, really? You're going to keep going. You're going to keep going. Nice.
That's hilarious.
All right. We'll go on to the next wide receiver here. We were talking about this guy earlier, how he buffed up on the offseason. Marvin Harrison is our new hot topic.
Ooh.
First player up. We have both 2 wide receivers, I would say, that went off the board in their drafts. Is Marvin Harrison going to have a better season than Travis Hunter? Will Travis Hunter be able to live up to rookie expectations, or playing both sides of the ball going to be too much for him? Will Marvin Harrison have a better season than Travis Hunter?
Uh-oh.
All right. Bill, you want to take this one or you want me to?
Let me step in here. Listen, just like you said there, I think Travis Hunter is going to be doing too much. I know he's cocky and he's young, but, like, dude, I don't see this last. I don't even think he's going to finish out the year playing both sides, in my opinion. I think he's going to realize mid-season, what am I doing? Because when he's getting cooked on the defensive side because he's so tired from running an 80-yard route for a touchdown, and he has to immediately go back to defense. And I know he did it in college, but, like, it's not going to happen in the NFL. The players are way better. And again, Trevor Lawrence is cool, but, like, you guys heard me earlier. I really like Kyler Murray, and I think Marvin Harrison is really good. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, does anyone want to defend it?
I think he's just gonna. I think Travis Hunter is just gonna surprise everybody. I do think he's not gonna play both sides. He's probably gonna play like 3 games both sides. He's gonna get tired, or like the Jaguars are gonna require him to just play one side, keep him healthy, you know. But I think Travis Hunter is gonna surprise everybody. He might win Rookie of the Year. Let's see.
Yeah, I think I expect Marvin Harrison just to take a big step up overall. It does scare me, again, with Kyler Murray, because I think Marvin Harrison is really best in the middle of the field, and that's where Kyler Murray is the worst at, just because it's not really a skill thing. It's just his size, which is, not bad because, he has the running ability. But when it comes to throwing it across the field, that is where Marvin Harrison does best. So I am a little nervous about that, but I just think Marvin Harrison is too good of a wide receiver. They obviously took him, first over anyone for a reason, and I expect a huge jump in his sophomore season. All right, next name. We're going to go to a wide receiver that is on a new team. Will Marvin Harrison have a better season than DK Metcalf? There's really no one else except for DK as the wide receiver over there, if you want to count Roman or Calvin Austin, but we will have Aaron Rodgers thrown to DK, or is Kyler Murray going to be able to do it with Marvin Harrison? Will Marvin Harrison have a better season than DK Metcalf?
Oh.
All right. Joe, you want to take it, or do you want me to get it?
Oh, man, I'm just going to say, I really think Aaron Rodgers is going to bounce back this season. I think he had a good offseason. Man showed up to camp. He got married. You know what I'm saying? I think his mindset's in the right place. He's not over there taking that ashwagandha stuff in a dark hall. I think he's going to really do some stuff out there in Pittsburgh. I think they might even go to the Super Bowl in the AFC.
Oh, wow. No, I agree. I think Aaron Rodgers, he actually might play 6 plays this year. That's what I'm thinking. He might cook.
So he needs 6 plays to start the season, and he's going to come back and he's going to win the playoffs for him.
Isn't he the same age as you, Jarrell?
What is that, 68?
68. Oh, man. Yeah, he's just got a lot more money than I do.
Oh, we know. With that hairline, we know. Come on, buddy.
That's insane. Dude had to go off the screen.
That's funny.
I think
He
MJ
didn't
is just a
He didn't even hear that.
Sorry, I didn't hear. I was saying goodnight to my kids real quick. I apologize.
No, you're good, man.
They actually love me. They're not hating on me like you.
Okay, cool.
Okay. That's what I like.
Let me mute you again. Hold on.
Wow. Your kids like you. Your kids like you. Good one. I don't know why you're bragging about that.
All right, we're going to move on here. Move on. To the third receiver. Will Marvin Harrison have a better season than rookie breakout Xavier Worthy?
Ooh.
Xavier Worthy obviously did good the second half of the season, but now we have Rashee Rice coming back. Is that going to mess with him?
Yeah.
Yes, we'll have a better. I'm honestly no, if I'm being honest with you. I really like Xavier Worthy, and I think Xavier Worthy will be the wide receiver 1, no matter if Rashee Rice is there or not. Now, I know that is a hot take. Everyone loves Rashee Rice, and I know Xavier Worthy was struggling to do more when he was in there, but I honestly just think that's because he was a rookie. All wide receivers were slow. Justin Jefferson came in, and he was a little slow. So I definitely think that Xavier Worthy will stick as the wide receiver 1, because if they can block well, Patrick Mahomes is supposed to be good with the deep bomb. He hasn't been last 2 years, but that's just the speed. Him and Tyreek did good for so many years. I think Xavier Worthy could be that exact guy.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about him being number 1 receiver. It's the quarterback throwing to him. He's probably the worst quarterback I've ever seen in my life. Really,
Mahomes?
Yeah, he's
what?
Dude, I'm not even joking. I seen Jarrell in a tank top at Walmart once throw a ball better than Patrick Mahomes. Let me tell you something. Jarrell, this is what we're going to do on TikTok, all right? We're going to record a video of Jarrell throwing the ball, and I guarantee you it's better than Patrick Mahomes. He is the worst player I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, you know what he does? We do not care about Mahomes. Nah, what are we talking about, bro? Okay. Marvin Harrison's way better than Xavier Worthy. All Xavier Worthy does is just finesse balls in his mouth and runs to the touchdown.
Yo, what?
Wow.
Okay, does anyone have any football knowledge about that? Not just hating on Patrick Mahomes here?
Yeah.
Bailey was defending for Marvin Harrison. I think people were starting to flip sides to go to Xavier Worthy, even though he was defending Marvin Harrison. All right, we'll move on. Fourth wide receiver. Marvin Harrison. Will Marvin Harrison have a better season than Cortland Sutton? Obviously connecting well with Bo Nix last year. Bo Nix looked pretty good. Will he have a better season than Cortland Sutton? No.
Hot take, I think the Broncos will go to the playoffs instead of the Bengals this year again.
Wow.
That's what I think.
You think they'll beat them out? So do you like you're saying like the 7th spot, like this is the wild card spot, last spot in playoffs.
Yeah.
It's Broncos and Cincinnati have to verse last game, and you're going with the you're going with the Broncos.
Yeah. I know they beat them. I know they beat them last year, but I don't know. Bo Nix, I believe in him.
I believe in Bo Nix too. I don't know if I'd go that far.
We'll see.
All right. Last wide receiver here for Marvin Harrison. Actually, in the same wide receiver class, got taken right not too long after him by the Giants. Is Marvin Harrison going to have a better season than Malik Neighbors? We have Malik Neighbors. We have Russell Wilson. Who knows? Maybe Jameis Winston. Who knows? Maybe Jackson Dart throwing to Malik Neighbors. Or will Kyler Murray be able to get it done with Marvin Harrison? No. Yeah, I think we all agree with that.
Yeah.
So here's the real question about that topic then. Do you guys think that the Cardinals picked wrong with Marvin Harrison and maybe they should have went with Malik Neighbors?
No.
I think I think it's the team. I just think flip sides. I think Malik Neighbors would have not done much on Cardinals, and Marvin Harrison would have done better. I don't know. I think they're skill wise they're pretty much the same in my opinion. It's just comparing last year, Malik Neighbors obviously had a way better year, so I'm just going off of last year. Nothing against Marvin Harrison.
All right.
Yeah, I think that more lands on the QB, and I think he just keeps going back to that spot over the wide receiver. Both wide receivers are good, but you got a kind of QB that's not tall enough to see over his lineman and get it to his wide receiver.
Yeah, with that being said, though, I feel like Malik Neighbors could do better with almost any quarterback than Marvin Harrison. Like, I feel like Marvin Harrison is really quarterback dependent. I feel like Malik Neighbors is more maybe like the Justin Jefferson side, where he might not be quarterback dependent. Maybe he could do it with anybody. You know what I mean? So that's why I say maybe I think Malik Neighbors is just that special talent that I think they should have, honestly. I think they should have drafted Malik Neighbors, and I hate to see him on the Giants as an Eagles fan. It scares me.
Neighbors is just better, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right. We will move on. Okay, so do we want to go to tight ends, or am I taking off too much time here?
Let's go tight ends.
I see. Yeah, we're already at hour 8, so we might just cut it after your segment.
Just be done after my segment. We don't want to maybe add just Jarrell's or Kevin's into it. How long is yours? Is only 10 questions, Jarrell.
Yeah, I think yours has been going for like 45 minutes.
I think we just do both. No.
Or we just do them and we just cut it up. Whatever.
You just do all of them. Yeah.
It's up to you guys. I mean, we're recording tonight. I mean, I don't know if we'll be able to record again.
Shane's should take like really fast.
Let's do all of it. Yeah. Ours is like 10 minutes each.
Yeah, it's all fast.
Yeah, it's our first episode. We can just do it for what it is, and then we can obviously we can cut this section out here. But from going on, like we could do your idea earlier of only do like maybe 2 or 3 or whatever to kind of get on the main focus. But if we got an hour and a half first podcast, who cares? It's our first one.
Yeah. That's kind of why I wanted to do it like this too, because now that like say I do one player and we kind of go through him fast, then that's like one good segment. But like some players, like I would be like, all right, who is better? CJ Stroud or Bryce Young, and then we went into depth with that one. Like maybe we took a little bit longer with that one. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of why I wanted to do it this way. That way we can split it up with.
Well, also we don't know. Like next time you'll be on, and I feel like this segment needs to be done pre-season, obviously. So I'd rather just get at least this segment done.
I do like this.
If there wasn't so many fucking cracks about Jarrell, maybe this shit would go a little bit faster as well.
So I thought we said we weren't saying the F word. I thought we weren't saying the F word.
There's a lot of cracks.
We're cutting this part out anyway.
Nope, I'm the editor. I'm the editor and leaving it in, buddy. And I'm zooming in on your face. Yep.
All right. Harry Chewbacca.
What? What?
Wait. That's a little derogatory, actually.
What just happened? You just called Kevin Harry Chewbacca because his skin color? Oh,
what?
Wow. What just happened?
I was shopping at Walmart earlier, and I swear I saw you behind it in the dumpster.
Wait, were you in your tank top? What the heck? I think I seen that video.
He was throwing the ball.
I was throwing the football.
I seen that video, actually.
All right, let's get back on focus.
All right, I agree. All right, we're going to move on to finish off this segment. We got 2 tight ends now. We're going to go to the tight end section of it. We are going to start off with Travis Kelce as our hot topic. He's always been a top dog besides last season. Can he retract and come back to being able to one of those top 5 tight ends? or will he not? So we're going to see out of these 5 guys here. All right, we have a nice little variety here. I will say that. Travis Kelce. Will Travis Kelce have a better season than T.J. Hawkinson this year? Yes. No. Ooh, no. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go with yes as well. All right, Bailey, Kevin, do you want to go first?
I think I'm just do no on every single one. I think he's done.
Yeah. Kevin, dude, I don't even know if he cares about football anymore. I heard he doesn't even show up to practice because he's singing a song of Taylor Swift and dancing at her concert. So dude, honestly, the guy who's the Adam Sandler character from Waterboy, he's better than Travis Kelce. Like what does Travis Kelce do anymore,
Bobby
bro?
Boucher.
Bobby Boucher. Exactly. He's better.
I agree with him. I think he's past his prime. Like
He's
last year,
dude, I don't even know what he does.
Cracks. This year, I think he's just gonna do worse. I think this year is his last year.
Yeah, worst tight end I've ever witnessed.
Obviously, you boys haven't been paying attention because man's lost weight. He's been more active. He's been more focusing on the game. So he's coming back this season.
It doesn't matter if he dropped. If it doesn't matter if he dropped the ball.
I saw him grittying at a Taylor Swift concert on TikTok the other day. So I don't know what you're talking about.
So I think I vote to mute Bailey this whole thing because he's going to bring up Taylor Swift on every single person, even though he hates her. He hates her, but he can't stop talking about her.
Hey, nah. I'm just giving my answer, bro. I'm just giving my answer. Travis Kelce buns.
I don't know. I agree with Jarrell. I think he was even saying that he might even play another year. Like, this might not even be his last year anymore. Like, he's considering playing 2 more years because he's starting to feel back to his original self. So I don't think we should count him out yet just because of one bad season. But I'm also with Kevin and Bailey saying that I definitely think he's left his prime, and I don't think he'll ever get back to what he was.
Right. See, that's not the focus. That's not the focus of the question. The question isn't, is he still in his prime? You're trying to say, hey, is he going to have a better season? He doesn't have to be in his prime to have a better season.
I think he's going to have a better season than
So what is T.J. Hawkinson to you? Like, he's a top-tier tight end. What, you think he's just a random tight end?
No, I think he's going to have a good season, but I think Kelce's going to have a better one.
I think there's a lot there for a rookie quarterback to be able to dish out. Now, if T.J. Hawkinson is going to be getting a lot of dump passes, he needs to bail, J.J. McCarthy, I'm saying, so he rolls out, he needs to bail. I think T.J. Hawkinson hopefully is the one, other than the running back. But I don't know, man. He's still Travis Kelce. I don't want to disrespect him that much.
No, go for it. Disrespect.
99 in the Madden Club. 99. Just putting that out there.
He paid for that, bro. He paid for that.
Was he 99 for real? Did they announce that?
Oh,
dude, he better not be. He better not be.
It was
oh my god, this whole setup was about to be broken. This whole setup was about to be broken.
Wild.
That's all
right. Let's move on to the next guy. Let's move on to the next guy here. All right, Shane's gonna like this one. We'll obviously see a biased answer. Is Travis Kelce gonna have a better season than Jonnu Smith? Nope. I do think he will have a better season.
All right, the glazing's getting crazy.
I'm not even glazing. I think Jonnu Smith. I think this was I like him. And I kind of agree a little bit on the trade side. I think this is his best season. The game plan should never to be giving the ball to Jonnu Smith. If that's your game plan, you're going to lose every game. I'm sorry. But Jonnu Smith should not be your main guy to be getting the ball. And that's what Mike McDaniel was doing last year. So I will be very surprised if he comes back out this season and we're like, hey, let's try to use Jonnu Smith the entire game to win us our season. You know what I mean? Shane, do you want to maybe debate that?
He fell off. What is that game plan? Jonnu Smith is our number 1 weapon.
I mean, just think about it. When he was like, they were forcing him the ball.
Yeah, he won me a lot of fantasy games last season.
Dude, so, he was catching deep passes. He was catching screen passes.
This is no disrespect to Jonnu Smith. I'm just saying that Mike McDaniel's his fall off is crazy. I've never seen a season like that, from a top tier season to a baloney crap season. That was just.
Right, so I would just say, with going off that, I think our expectations for Jonnu Smith are a little high considering that. But, I could be totally in the wrong here. This could bite me in the ass later, and Jonnu Smith can pop off, and he could, who knows, be a top 5 tight end. So
that's
Shane,
true, but any other
Dolphins?
tight end they could have put in there, maybe he couldn't have done the stuff that Jonnu Smith did.
Right.
Yeah, I think they did a balance. I mean, when you look at his numbers, I don't think they threw to him overly amount. I mean, he had like 88 receptions. I mean, Kelsey had 97, and he still was way under. Kelsey was way under. I mean, Smith just did better when he did get a catch. So I think they're going to use him again the same way, and I think Kelsey's just unknown because, like you guys said, he's getting older. I think he could bounce back and have another 1,000-yard season. I think it's easily he could come back and have an 800-yard season, and I think Smith's going to do better than that. So I don't know. Yes, I am biased. It's my team, but I think Smith looked really good last year. Good, I think he does better when he catches the ball than Kelsey did last year. And I don't know. We'll have to see, I guess. But my thought is Kelsey will do less.
No, that's a pretty good answer. Obviously, you were in the favorites there too. So we will move on from that one. Everyone else thinks Jonnu Smith is a clear over Travis Kelce. All right, the next one here, we got the Ravens tight end. But which Ravens tight end? Will Travis Kelce have a better season than Mark Andrews?
The same boat, though. Same boat.
Both
They're
old
both
heads,
old.
both
Yeah.
exiting their primes. Who will
Both
have a
had
better season?
really bad season last year.
Right.
But I think Mark Andrews is better, though.
All right. Shane, Jarrell, does one of you want to go ahead and defend Travis here?
Go ahead, Shane.
Yeah, it's just the same thing. They got two tight ends over there with the Ravens. They're going to split. I think Andrews, he started off really bad, and then he did really well after that. But I mean, his numbers were not. I don't think he's going to be consistent. I think they're going to spread the ball to both of them, and I think Kelsey will get enough. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to wipe him out, but I think he'll beat him out probably a couple hundred yards. My guess.
Yeah, I really like Andrews just because I don't even necessarily think he will ever be what he was, but I think he's going to score touchdowns regardless. That's what he does once they get to the red zone. They use him as the game plan, unlike Jonnu Smith. They don't use him all over the field, trying to force Mark Andrews the ball, saying he's our only guy. I know he had that drop in the playoffs against the Bills last season for the touchdown that really screwed him, so I know that's, really bad taste in their mouth for the Ravens. But I think as long as Lamar Jackson's the quarterback, if Mark Andrews is staying there and he's okay with becoming a blocking tight end, once they get to the red zone, they are going to just make sure he gets the ball. It's either him or Likely. So I'm still taking Andrews just because of the touchdown factor, because Travis wasn't scoring him last year.
Okay.
All right. Fourth tight end here, I'm sorry. Is Travis Kelce going to have a better season than Sam Laporta? Detroit's tight end, third year in the league. Obviously had a little bit of a down year last season, but rookie season he popped off.
This is a bad question.
All right, you think Travis Kelce will do better than Sam Laporta here this season?
Yeah, I do. I do. Like I said, just from everything that he's been showing this offseason, I think he's going to come back. He's admitted that he had a bad season last year, and I think he's the type of player that is going to come back and try to prove everybody wrong and, show out. And especially with that connection he has with freaking Patrick Mahomes, they can work some magic together. We've all seen it in the past, whether we like it or not. So I think he's going to come back and.
So where do you put him at tight end? Is he top 3 for you?
Is he top 3? Yeah.
Yeah. Because it feels like you're saying a lot. Yes to him a lot here. So is there anybody above him?
Kevin's saying no. Kevin's saying no every time. So why can't I say yes?
No, it's fine. I'm just wondering. I was curious.
You know who's my number one tight end?
Who's that?
K. Dotton.
Mine too.
K. Dotton.
Wait, who's yours? Let's see. Who's the Packers tight end?
I don't even know. Yeah, no one knows. I don't know. I don't even know if they have one. Oh. It's probably it's probably one of their coaches going to sub in or something. I don't know. Kicker.
Zach just left. I think we got to invite him back.
Oh, snap.
3.
That's what I've been doing.
I didn't think I expected you to compare. Are you fucking kidding me? Let me mute you. Hold on.
That's wild, Kevin.
Mute. All right.
This one is 2 old heads, but this guy has been he's been doing a little bit better. Is Travis Kelce going to have a better season than George Kittle this year?
Ooh. No.
Nope.
Yeah, I think that one's still too easy. I think George Kittle is a top 3 tight end. Honestly,
yeah,
I don't
easily.
care how old he is. I think he gets too much volume as well. They're gonna rely on him a lot. All right, we collectively agree George Kittle is better than Travis Kelce. That one's easy.
Yeah.
All right, the next hot topic, the last one to finish off with tight ends is going to be Evan Ingram, the Denver Broncos' new tight end. Sean Payton said they're going to use him as the joker position. So we will see what that means and where he's going to be playing, what he's going to be doing. Who knows? Maybe we'll see him lined up as a running back at sometimes, maybe quarterback. All right. Will Evan Ingram have a better season than Kyle Pitts? Falcons tight end, sorry. Oh, sorry. All right, Drew, do you want to take it? You want to tell him why Evan Ingram's going to have a better season than Kyle Pitts?
Mine's gonna be short because I'm trying to think about who exactly he is, but I just like the sound of being able to do the Joker position. I think that'll be interesting to see, and maybe make him a little bit more useful to the offense and incorporate him in different ways, which would make him have a better season.
Okay. Yeah, for anyone that is a little confused on who Evan Ingram is, he's always been a Jacksonville Jaguar. He was always their tight end. He would catch like so many passes, but then he'd have low yards. He just went over to the Broncos this offseason and signed with them. I don't remember if that was a trade or a free agent, but now he's a Bronco. So
yeah, now that makes sense. Yeah, now that you said that, I remember.
Yeah, I think one season for fantasy he was like number 4 or like he was like 3, 4, something like that, like something high up there for tight ends. So he's been up there before. All right, to move on from Kyle Pitts, is Evan Ingram going to have a better season than Tyler Warren, rookie for the Colts?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Shane or Bailey, does one of you want to go in why Tyler Warren will have a better season than Evan Ingram?
Shane, I'm putting all my trust in you, man.
I don't know. It's hard. I think the rookie's going to have a really good season, I think, coming out. So I don't know if Ingram's going to – I'm not even that sure he's going to do that great over there. So I'm just going with expectations, not really anything to go by on both of them. One switched to team. The other one's on a new team in the NFL. So I just think the rookie's
honestly,
gonna do
bro, Evan Ingram isn't gonna do crap this year because him and Sean Payton are just gonna argue on the sideline. Sean Payton's the worst coach of all time, honestly. So Evan Ingram isn't gonna do anything. Yeah, let's be realistic here.
I don't know, man. That's
Tyler Warren is actually pretty good in college football 25.
Yeah.
Wait, what team did he play for? What's cool?
Tyler Warren.
I don't know.
Tyler Warren is now a Colt.
How do you not know? I thought you knew. What the hell?
I don't know my college schools. I know FSU. That's woo. Let's go.
He played for Penn State.
I know Ohio State, not Penn State.
That's wild. I think Tyler Warren's quarterback issues is definitely scary. Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones throwing to him. I don't like that situation. So I'm going to go Evan Ingram with that just alone.
That's fair. Bo Nix will be fun with him.
All right, we'll go into the third tight end. Will Evan Ingram have a better season than David Njoku? We don't know who David Njoku's quarterback is going to be, but he's always had, I would say an inconsistent, season going on and off. Will he have a better season than David Njoku?
I don't know any of these, so I'm just saying no. I don't know who the hell.
You don't know David Njoku?
No.
Yeah, that is
tight end for the Browns, bro?
He's the guy that burned himself in the face halfway through the year, and then he had to wear a mask to the game.
I don't watch Browns games. I don't think anyone watches Browns.
You know what? I don't even blame you, bro. I don't even blame you. I don't want to watch Browns games either.
What are you talking about? What?
I'll watch him this year. Let's see.
Well, yeah, you're gonna know who he is when Shedeur Sanders is throwing interceptions right in front of him.
Oh, that
was
that's
crazy.
A sneaky one.
What just happened? Okay, that was unnecessary and uncalled for.
Listen, man, it's hard to throw interceptions when you're sitting on the bench. So.
Oh! Jarrell, take your shirt off.
All right, let's move on.
Okay, really?
Yeah. move on.
Will Evan Ingram have a better season than Dalton Kincaid, the Buffalo Bills tight end? Will he have a better season than Dalton Kincaid? I feel like they're both at the same skill level.
Dalton Kincaid is so bad. Go for it though.
Crazy.
One of y'all defend it. Let's hear it.
I don't
Go
know
ahead,
who
Kevin.
either of these guys are, so I'm just saying.
All
no
right,
one,
Drew,
man.
it's up to you.
All right, Jarrell, you got to clutch up here.
Oh man, the only reason why I said Dalton Kincaid is because I believe in my boy White Lightning over there. I think I think
That's a
he's
very good
gonna
answer.
do his thing. He can dump out to him, but I'm not saying he's the best tight end in the league by far. He's definitely better than this guy, Cade Otton. But I don't know.
What?
Yeah,
Cade
I
Otton.
think-
Slipping right there.
I think Josh
Cade
Allen
Otton.
is going to be there, and he's going to have a better season just because of Josh
All
Allen.
right, you know what?
Who's
I got a
Craft
great idea.
Shady?
Me
Who's
and you,
Craft
Jarrell, are
Shady?
gonna sit down. We're gonna watch Cade Otton highlights because you don't know that beast. I guess you don't know. The
Sounds
beast.
good. You know what?
Okay.
I'll text you and just wait for you to not respond. Got
Okay,
it. Go ahead.
and who's their Green Bay's tight end? So watch the. I don't know.
Kraft
Yeah, I forgot
cheese,
the name.
Kraft cheese, mac and cheese.
Kraft,
Kraft
Kraft,
cheese, yes.
and yeah. Okay.
Kraft
Yeah, no one
mac
knows
and
who.
cheese, I
No one knows who he
think.
is. Yeah, who knows?
All right, let's move on here. Let's move on to the last tight end. We're going to bring him back. We've actually already mentioned him. Will Evan Ingram have a better season than Mark Andrews, tight end for the Ravens?
What are we doing? What are we doing, bro? Are we serious?
Why is that so distant to you? Why do you think Mark Andrews is so far
Mark
from Evan Ingram?
Andrews is a top tier tight end for me, and Evan Ingram's like, bro, he might what is he gonna do? Come on, like he's always been
Actually,
mid.
I'm switching. I think he will
Uh-oh.
have a better season than Mark Andrews. I do think he will. I think they're going to use him. Sean Payton has already said that they want to use him. I know that dude has been a liar, but I think they're going to come out. Evan Ingram is clearly a good player when he is healthy, and I think he catches just a lot of receptions. He's the guy that when they need to dump the ball to, they dump the ball to him. So I think Evan Ingram is going to do better than the old Mark Andrews who needs a cane just to be able to get on the field. I mean, bro can't even catch a freaking 3-yard pass to win them the freaking playoff game. So,
And who's your guys' tight end?
oh, Dallas Goddard. He's over here stiff arming players to get into the end zone.
Didn't he break a leg last year?
Look it up. And he
Look
came
up
back.
a stiff
and he
arm.
came back.
Actually, Cade Otton
Look it
has
up.
one of the most famous stiff arms as a tight end. So nice try, buddy.
Hey,
We
so
should
basically
compare
he's
that
gonna be
one day.
all over the field, man. I think he's gonna have a good season over there in Denver. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, Gerald, we do not care. Move on.
But all right, yeah, that is it. That is the rest of the hot topic players. We have nobody else. So that's the finished segment. We can move on. Whoever's going next, I don't know if we're gonna finish
I
out
already
with
forgot. I don't even know
everyone.
who's that.
It was Darrell.
All right, bro, your turn. Buy, sell,
All
hold.
right. Say what?
Do it. Buy, sell,
That's
hold.
Darrell.
Buy, sell, hold. Yes. All right. So the segment I'm doing is called Buy, Sell, Hold. Basically, I'm going to throw out some hot takes for you. And you can just hit me with either buy, sell, hold. Basically, if you buy it, it means you agree with it. If you sell it, it means you don't. If you hold, you're like, maybe, but, I'd rather just kind of wait and kind of see where it goes. So let's see here. Let me get my list pulled up. All right. So rapid fire. It's up to you guys. I mean, we can use the thumbs up, thumbs down, or if you hold, just say hold, I guess. We'll wait for Zach to get
Well,
reset
isn't there
back
3
up.
options?
Yeah, buy, sell,
We have
hold.
3 options, so I don't know how we'll be able to really use the things.
Buy, sell,
Oh.
hold.
It's going.
Yeah.
He must not have heard me when I said, buy for the thumbs up, sell for the thumbs down, and if you
Middle.
hold, just say hold or don't put anything. Or yeah, Shane,
Go
or
middle.
you just said that too. Both of y'all said, where the fuck this is? Excuse my language. Yeah.
Oh my God! There goes those sponsors.
There we go.
Yeah, we got none now.
Fast Kraft mac and cheese.
I'm actually getting a phone call from Zephyr Hills as we speak.
Is that reals? All right, you guys ready?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, first one up. Obviously, we've already discussed some of these players that I'm gonna bring up, but let's touch base with Jaden Daniels. Will he win Offensive Player of the Year?
Hold it. Hold.
Oh. I think you should just point out each person and we should go that way.
Okay.
Because didn't you say you want us to do like a quick summary, like just
Well,
a
yeah, that's
one-liner?
true. Yeah, you can do like a quick one-liner. That's fine. Yeah, so Jaden Daniels wins Offensive Player of the Year. Shane? No? Any reason why?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Bailey?
Yeah.
Just my
No.
gut.
He's not gonna be out like Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield. So.
All right, sounds good. Zach?
I put sell. I'm going to sell it because everyone is on that train of Jaden Daniels at the moment, so I think he has such a high value. And I honestly am scared of a sophomore slump.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna say hold because you seen how C.J. Stroud did first year, second year he did kind of mid. You know, you never know. He might do mid next year, so you gotta hold it till like half the season.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, next one up, we got actually we were just talking about this earlier too, so I'm pretty sure I already know what this is gonna say. Is Travis Kelce still a top tier fantasy tight end this season though? So for fantasy, Kevin, we'll start with you.
Oh, he did a total of 15 points last year. Like, are we serious
15
right now?
points.
The whole year.
I don't even think he's trolling.
Yeah.
It's
All right,
it's crazy.
Zach.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have listed here as hold because just because I think his all-time value right now, his stock is just too low. I think everyone is out on him, as we can tell by the rest of the podcast. And I still think Patrick Mahomes is his quarterback. So if he comes out this season with 2 good games, I think his stock will go higher.
Okay, Bailey.
Nope, Sal. I think Bobby Altoff would be a better tight end than him. So nope.
Okay, Shane.
Yeah, hold. I just don't know if he's got it again. He has to show me this year.
Sorry. Okay. All right, next one up is Breece Hall finishes as a top 3 fantasy running back. We're gonna stick with fantasy here. Let's start with Bailey this time. We're bouncing around.
Breece Hall, a top 5 fantasy running back? No, bro.
Top 3.
Top three.
Top 3!
Top 3.
First off, you guys aren't even playing the game right. You're supposed to say sell, hold, or buy. That's
I'm just in shock
yes
with
or
the
no.
question. All right, sell.
Sell. Okay. Any reason why? Or do you
No.
want to just leave it at that? Nope. All right, Kevin.
I have to say so. He did pretty good. I had him fantasy. He did pretty good. He did decent though. Like it's
Okay.
not nothing to.
Not top 3.
Nah, yeah, not top 3.
Okay. Shane.
Yeah, so there's no way he's the top 3. Impossible.
Okay. Zach.
Yeah, I have sell as well. His stock is at an all-time low with the mobile quarterback and the 3-headed committee. I don't like him.
Gotcha. That's pretty easy. Everybody agrees there. How about let's do A.J. Brown ends the year as the NFL's top wide receiver. I think we'll start with the Eagles fan here. Zach, go ahead.
I actually have it listed as hold, just because I don't think everyone else is in on him. I don't think his stock would be as high as Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, those type of guys. But I do think he is capable of having that season. The only reason I'm not going to buy into it or even sell is just because he's at the disadvantage with Jalen Hurts. The Eagles' obvious game plan is to run the ball, not pass.
Okay. Shane?
Yeah, I'll have to say hold. I mean, he's good. He could do it, but there's too many other receivers, I think, that have a better chance.
Okay. Kevin?
I have to agree with Shane. I honestly think Mike Evans is a tiny bit better than AJ Brown. My opinion, though. I'll hold
So
it, though.
irrelevant.
I think I'm holding.
Hold it. Okay. Bailey?
Yeah, no, I'm selling because A.J. Brown's just a Walmart version of Mike Evans. He wishes Mike Evans would have retired 3 years ago so he could actually have a good career. Didn't happen, so until Mike Evans retires, yeah, A.J. Brown will never be that big boy receiver on top. Sale.
The
Agreed.
most,
Okay.
the most humble
So.
Bucks fans are on this podcast.
Aren't they, right? All right, here's an interesting one for you. Will the Patriots finish with a better record than the Bills? We're going to start with Shane.
No way.
No way?
Uh-oh.
So you're gonna sell that
Impossible.
one?
Yeah. I think the Patriots going to do a little better, and I know their schedule is easy, but there's no way. I see Patriots still being number 3 in the division, so no.
After who?
Bills and Dolphins.
Ah! Shocker! Shocker!
Bailey, what you got?
This is actually going to be my first hold because I think Drake May could surprise us. So there's a chance, but I'm going to put it on hold.
Okay. Zach.
Yeah, I put here. I'm sorry, the Patriots. I put sell. I think people are too into the Patriots. I think they will never have a record better than the Buffalo. I don't even know why I have any shares for this stock, to be honest with you.
Okay. Kevin?
Yeah, I say so. I mean, if he said another team like Packers, maybe. But Bills, I think they're making it to the finals, so.
Okay.
I don't think
This one we have, do you think a kicker will hit a 70-plus yard game-winning field goal this season? Bailey, let's start with you.
Nope, sell. Our only chance was Justin Tucker. I don't know what's going on in his life, so yeah, no, we don't have a chance. Nobody else can kick like him.
Yeah, we're not going to go to there. Kevin, what you got?
Is it this season? You said?
This season, yes. This upcoming season, 70-plus yard field goal to win
I'm
the game.
holding. I think I'm holding. Yeah. Wasn't it like a couple seasons ago? It was like, what, 65? The max, right? I think I'm holding.
So. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, okay.
You never know.
It's possible.
You never know.
Yeah, what about that guy from Atlanta? You think he can make a 70-plus yard field goal? No? Zach, what you got?
Yeah, I actually have hold as well because I just don't think the stock's not going to go any lower. If I'm being honest with you, where somebody might kick a 66-yard field goal like Brandon Aubrey, and we might be like, oh, he could do it. He can kick a 70-yarder, and then I'm gonna sell it.
Okay, all right. Shane, what you got?
Yeah, I'm a sell. I just don't think so. I don't see it.
Okay. All right. So I can already tell with the way that at least two people in this group have been talking all night what they're going to say for this one. Next one up is Jordan Love leads the league in touchdown passes. So I think we're just going to do Shane first.
That's so wild. My head.
Oh, man.
Oh my god! Dude, Drew, be a
crazy.
stand-up comedian. That was the funniest joke I've heard in years.
Right,
oh
so
my
we're gonna,
god!
We're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Zach left.
Oh,
Sorry.
It was that bad. Zach left. He left
yeah,
the
that
podcast.
was just
no.
embarrassing.
He left the podcast. Are you serious?
Wow.
That's not even a question. Come on, man.
Yeah, I have to say sell.
So, all right. Since we're waiting on Zach, we might as well do you two too. Go ahead, Bailey.
We can go ahead.
Sell? Okay. Kevin, sell. Okay. Zach, what do you say? Sell as well? Okay.
Nobody, Drew, nobody's saying bye,
No,
bro.
I'm actually gonna hold. I'm actually gonna.
What?
I said hold because
You're glazing.
He's glazing. Nah.
Holy
Whoa, how is this
glaze.
glazing? I'm
Holy
holding what I
glaze.
already bought. If I have shares in the stock, I'm going to hold it. I don't think I should sell it right now because nobody really even believes that Jordan Love is going to be probably leading the league in touchdown passes. Last year, he came out swinging in that first game with the Eagles. I just don't think it hurts to hold it. Like, why would I not hold it? Like, it's not going to go any lower than what it is right now. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to hold it and hope for a miracle. If not, I'm going to sell it later in the season for the same worth.
Well, I appreciate that. And since these other two said that I should be a stand-up comedian, I'll go ahead and continue with my jokes here. Do you think Mike Evans will be able to keep his 1,000-yard streak alive?
Might work.
Zach, let's start with you.
Might work.
This is my first buy because Mike Evans will forever keep his 1,000-yard streak alive, in my opinion. As long as Baker Mayfield is still his quarterback, he loves Mike Evans. He loves feeding him the rock. At the end of the season, he was making the coach put him back out there, and he didn't even play the entire year. Mike Evans didn't, and he still was able to get it. Now imagine he's healthy. I don't think he goes under. I think he keeps this streak alive.
Okay. Shane?
Yeah, I have to go with a buy there. I unless he gets hurt, and that's about the only way I think he's not going to get the 1,000 yards. So it's definitely a buy for me.
Okay. Which one do you want to start with? We'll go Kevin.
Obvious buy. Come on. Not even a question.
Yeah.
Natural. Do you think we're gonna make a scene like it's not like no one even has to think about this? Like, bye.
Bailey. So buy? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, actual question though. Do you think
Yes.
Josh Jacobs will ever be
All right, so
better?
we're moving on. So next question is, do you think Tua will make it through the whole season healthy?
What
Y'all
are these
said keep the
questions,
jokes
bro?
coming, man.
What are these questions, bro? Come on,
Yeah,
man.
we'll start with the Miami guy. Go ahead, Shane.
I think I think it's gonna be a good year for the Dolphins. Actually, I don't. I think he's gonna stay healthy. I think A-Chain's gonna stay healthy. I think I just feel it's a feeling. I mean, it's not a betting thing, because they do get hurt. But I think they do have a system now that's set up to try to keep Tua from getting hurt. Um, my guess is he's going to make it through the season. But, honestly, can you say that about anybody anymore? I mean, it's really hard not to get through a season with injuries on a lot of these teams. So, I mean, that's a hard one to say, yes, bye. So I'm going to have to say hold because I think anybody can get hurt and he is susceptible to it. But I don't think he's going to be diving over anybody this year. So I'm a hold.
Okay, Bailey.
Yeah, no, it's sell because you flick a booger on him, he's done. He's not like he's going straight into a retirement home. He's not lasting the year, bro. Nope. Sell that crap.
All right, Zach.
I do have an SL. I think it is scary to want to even hold this just because bro could be injured first, second game. So I do not see myself buying or holding this on.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin.
So I think even if they have the safety, like he's not gonna try to run and stuff, he's gonna try to run. He has CTE. Come on, he's not gonna think about it, dude. He's just gonna run.
He's just gonna do it.
Just
right?
go.
He's just gonna go.
All right. So the last one I did was a fun one. Which, see what you guys say. Obviously, we've seen different NFL players cross over into the music realm, try to make rap songs, rap videos, and all that. So, do you think an NFL player will drop a diss track that actually, there goes Zach again, actually charts on the Billboard? So, like the Billboard 100. Do you think an NFL player will drop a diss track that will chart?
Do they have to be active?
Nah, why not?
So
It's
ex-NFL
a fun one, so it could be ex-NFL.
Because I think I have one if it's X. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I don't need in the song. It's just if you would buy, sell, or hold it. Shane,
I'll just say mine then. Yeah, I think Antonio Brown already makes.
Oh, okay.
There's a chance.
Bailey, you go ahead. You go
Bye.
ahead, Bailey. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yep, Antonio
Okay.
Brown's making one.
Yeah. Speaking of CTE, Shane.
I think it's a buy. I think it's a possibility for sure. Yeah, I would say yeah.
Kevin.
You know what? I think it's a very, very, very good buy. You know why? What's his name? Stephon Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna do a diss track with Cardi B.
Uh-oh.
And all his women in the yard.
Oh my
From the
God.
boat. From the boat.
He's gonna do a whole diss track. Or Cardi B's gonna do a diss track on the
Oh
Patriots.
my God, dude! I hope Cardi B is twerking in that.
On the Patriots. Think
On
about
the
it.
Patriots. Okay.
Zach.
Okay. I like it.
Zach's
Zach's
gone.
gone. So if he comes back, we can get his opinion. Otherwise, I mean, that pretty much wraps up the segment. I guess, if anybody wants to leave a comment, if we had good takes, bad takes.
Never put a Packers thing in there ever again. That was embarrassing. Like, no one's buying any Packers crap, bro. You need to know this by now.
Holy crap.
Well, listen, it was one question, man. I just tried to bounce stuff around. To
It was
these
the
teams
worst
and toss
question
a
in
couple.
podcast history. I can't wait to post it on TikTok because, dude, that's our viral video right there. That
There
one
you
is
go.
bad. That was bad.
There you go.
Holy cow, man.
All right, I got 7 mascots here. 1v1 situation. Who do you think wins? I got
Okay.
Jacksonville, Jaguars, Jacksonville. Jarrell. He looks like a pretty big man, and he has a pretty big package. Do you think, think you can beat him?
Oh, so you want to know if, like, he and I were going to get into a fight, like, would I win?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Ooh.
I mean, look at that outfit. Look at the tights he's wearing. And what? He's got a Santa hat covering his nether regions in one photo, and then he's wearing, like, a American flag bikini in the other. Yeah, I think he's an easy takedown.
All right. Bailey?
Dude, I'm gonna be fighting him, but it's gonna be in my bed, if you know what I'm saying.
Woo!
Dressed like that, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
it's fun.
understand you. I
You know,
understand you.
all right.
100%.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Shane?
Yeah, there's no way anybody with a Santa hat on there is going to beat me. I'm just,
Okay.
yeah, dude, yeah.
Okay.
He's an easy victim.
You got to think about it. He's a Jaguar, though. They are pretty vicious.
He just
We'll
doesn't
see,
look
though.
like his teeth don't look very sharp. They
You're
look
right.
pretty dull right there. So I'm not
You're
that
right.
scared.
All right. Let's see the next one.
Oh.
Rowdy, the
Uh-oh.
Cowboy. The Dallas Cowboys. He looks kind of goofy right there. Shane, you think he can beat him?
Nah, man, you can't be scared of any Dallas Cowboy. I mean, that's
You're right.
just, to me, that's just an easy victory right there. So no, Rowdy would be going down.
How about you, Bailey?
I don't know. You know what they say? My grandma once said, if they have a hat, don't give them a little pat. I don't know. I don't think I can handle that one. He might get me.
Let's see. He looks a little drunk. Jarrell, you know about being drunk.
Wow.
I do. So you know what I think I would do? Instead of actually trying to fight him, I think we would just sit down and have a drink together, and then invite those Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders on over, and you go from there.
Sounds like a plan right there.
I think we'd be friends. We wouldn't be.
You know,
fighting.
that's funny you say that, Jarrell, because I just seen on Dallas's Instagram the other day, they just hired 5 guys for cheerleaders. Let's go. That's perfect.
I think they got a raise. I think they got a raise this year too. The cheerleaders, like they're making.
Yeah,
like,
I did
money.
hear that 400% or something.
Yeah,
all those
400% raise.
Guy cheerleaders, you like
Yeah.
them.
All right, off to the next one. Let's see.
Oh no, go back to that. What was that?
What? The heck? Sorry.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
There we go.
What is
Miami
going on?
Dolphins TD. Do you think you can look at him doing push-ups?
Okay.
Shane,
Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
There's no way that's the real Dolphins mascot right there, right? Because that looks
TD.
like
TD, it's TD.
TD, you've never seen a Dolphins?
I don't know.
That's pretty scary to me.
know.
That looks pretty tough.
Oh, that one looks tough, Shane. Does it? The Dolphins one. That looks more tough than the Cowboy. Really?
Although,
Yeah.
listen, the Dolphins doing push-ups though.
He's
so.
doing push-ups. Look at his
push-ups.
muscles.
You can't
at
go
his
against
muscles.
somebody doing.
Bro,
push-ups.
anybody can do a push-up, bro. What are we talking about?
You could probably fit in his mouth, Bailey.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You're so small.
He's
Really? Really? Oh, Drill, that was funny. Drill, that was funny. Oh no, you got Drill giggly. You got Drill giggly. Okay.
So you guys don't think you can beat him?
Dolphins can, they can beat up on sharks and stuff. So
You're right.
it's scary right there.
You're
No,
right.
I'm beating this one. Light work, bro. Light work. It's probably gonna get a concussion like Tua.
All right,
I'm sad they couldn't even get a costume to fit the poor guy because, like, number one there in the top corner, man, is so baggy. Poor guy.
Oh man! All right, let's see. Philadelphia Eagles soup. He looks kind of buff there. Bailey, what do you think?
I don't know. This might be the most buff one we've seen yet. This one's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. Holy cow!
And he can probably fly. He can probably
yeah,
fly.
I'm not winning this one, Chief.
No.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. This is an
Jarrell.
L, and I'll take it.
Listen,
Jarrell.
I would whoop his butt. You wanna know why? Because 2 slides back, I made friends with that cowboy, and we're gonna shoot him out the air. Pow!
Ooh.
Bye-bye, Eagle.
That is right. But you guys both are drunk, so you guys probably won't.
So we gotta shoot it a couple times. Pow, pow, pow.
Well,
Gone.
let's see. Shane, think you can beat this guy?
He does look scary though.
He
Yeah.
does. I say, out of the mascots, the eagle does look a little scary there, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to mess with an eagle, so I'll give him, swoop. He might be a little scary.
Yeah, this
there.
is the first one that's like no debates. I don't know. Captain Fear, Tampa Bucks. Look at him. You gotta consider he does have a sword.
Yeah,
He's a
no.
pirate.
Oh my
know.
God, he kind of looks like Baker in a way too.
Yeah, a little,
Oh my
little
God.
handsome up there.
Yeah, yeah, he is.
Jarrell, do you think you can beat him?
I don't know why his name is Captain Fear, because he doesn't really look that scary. I mean, if anything, to me, it kind of looks like that guy off of the Muppets, like the big red, like hairy guy that
I
walks
see
around.
that too.
He does kind of look like that. So to me, he doesn't
All
look
right.
scary. I think he would be too drunk to do anything because he's a pirate. He'd
Well,
be drunk on that rum.
Have you looked at his ship though? Have you looked at his ship? It is pretty scary.
Listen, buddy.
I'd be pretty fearful.
No, but can you tell he has? It's obvious. It's dentures right there, and has the little
Exactly.
things you can pull the teeth out with, right there. So I mean, I can't really be scared of dentures, So
Okay.
I don't know.
So you guys think you
Yeah.
could beat him? All
And
right.
listen,
yeah,
man,
definitely.
I've
Definitely.
played Sea of Thieves before, so I'm not worried about him and his ship. Okay. I
Did you
know
like
how-
not get a single kill in that game and fall off the boat every time?
Well,
I
yeah,
remember
that's
that.
because you were burning our ship down, and Kevin
No,
was
I
just
never
sinking
touched
it.
that game. I don't know what you're talking about.
I remember that actually.
I don't
All
know.
right. Let's see. Pat the
Oh,
Patriot.
Shane, he
New
kinda
England
looks like you.
Patriots. Oh, actually, yeah.
what the heck?
Look at his chin. Do you think you could be his chin alone? Like that?
He's
That
got a-
thing looks like
Chin.
a unit right there.
Dude.
I don't know. It reminds me of the little prince in Shrek. The little short guy.
Oh yeah,
Lord
Lord
Farquaad.
Farquaad.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's that. So I mean, I'm not that scared. He has that big head, but he looks like he's a little guy.
But he
so.
he isn't little though. Like, he's kind of a built guy.
He's kind of
Big dude.
tough. Yeah, he looks like Brady a little bit. There we go.
I was gonna say he kind of looks like Gronk.
Even better.
He does look a little mad, so I mean, you got to worry about that, I guess.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Why does he have two different eyes?
Oh yeah, he does.
Wait a second.
Oh yeah,
Brown
depending
and
on the
black.
costume.
Hey,
Uh,
that makes him more like menacing
Oh my
be
god, yeah.
honest.
I don't like
a little
that.
bit. All right, Miles, Denver Broncos. This guy, I don't think anyone could beat in a fight.
No.
He looks buff. That man looks tough. Look how evil he looks.
he does look
at his
pretty
eyes.
buff.
Yeah, he's smiling at you. I'd be
Yeah.
scared.
He
That
looks
looks kinda
sort of like
scary.
he looks more like a dinosaur than a Bronco.
Yeah.
He does
I
look a
think
little
he-
scary there.
Doesn't he like do gymnastics and stuff too? Like out there on the field during their games or stuff? Like he does like flips and.
We
Yeah,
don't-
he's
we don't-
He's athletic.
We don't know,
He's an
nerd.
athletic
You're such a
mascot.
nerd. We do not watch
Yeah.
this mascots pre-ups or whatever they are, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
No one cares, bro.
I wouldn't mess with him.
I would not mess with him. Now the last one's a little bit special for me. All right.
Uh-oh.
I personally think I can beat him. Kind of old. We'll see about you guys though. Do you guys think you can beat Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers? Jerome, I'll hand it off to you. Do you think you can beat Aaron Rodgers?
Oh
He does look pretty grumpy in the middle one.
He might be out for
Oh
perks.
man.
Might
So
be
we
out for
can't
perks.
consider him on the Steelers. You got to think about when he was on the Packers. 'cause
yes.
that's
Listen,
key.
right then, that was him in his prime. No, you're not beating him. No chance.
Shane,
What the
go
heck,
ahead.
bro?
Can you beat him, you think?
Oh man, yeah. I guess a prime Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I guess that he was pretty tough back then. Dude. Now he's in a walker and stuff, so it's a little different. But yeah.
He might
was
be
pretty
off a
tough
perk.
then.
He might be off a perk. He takes
Yeah,
a lot
absolutely
of perks.
no. I am not losing to this guy. He plays for the Packers. Look at his just look at this guy. He looks homeless. Yeah, no, I'm not losing to this guy, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
homeless.
more scared of the Bronco than this.
He's
crap.
kind
I
of
don't-
got your hair thing going on that you have right now, almost. Except his is just under his, helmet.
I think
you
mine
can
is
see it,
actually a
growing
lot
and flowing
longer.
there.
Yeah, no, mine's a lot
Yeah.
different. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Mine's
So-
curly. It's long.
So if you're saying he's homeless with that length hair and that length beard, what does that make you?
Because he's lazy. This is I actually took 12 years of my life to do this.
Dedication.
Yeah.
Dedication.
Yeah, dedication.
Gotcha.
You don't know that,
Okay.
Jarrell, because you're
I
bald
don't know that
and you
you're-
never had hair before.
Did you hear he's upset this year because he can't wear the same helmet?
Oh no, I didn't hear that. Really?
Yeah, the type of helmet that he's always worn.
No way,
They
that's
have-
breaking news.
They have decided it's not safe anymore, so he had to go to the different brand, and
Well,
he
no
was saying
wonder.
he still can't get used to it over there. He said because he's wore the same helmet his whole career, and this is the first time he's going to have to wear a different
Dude,
type
no,
of helmet.
no
Oh, wow,
wonder.
that's
Look at that
crazy.
freaking helmet, dude.
I'll be right back.
That thing looks like it's about to break. Look at the front, man. That's crazy. Well, that ends it, though.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the Couch Covers episode 1. Episode 2 will be out next week. Hey, follow us on TikTok. Follow us on YouTube. And I hope y'all enjoyed. Go check out our other videos as well. They're all funny. Peace.
See ya.